Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, and welcome to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Tonight, it'll be the home team, the Rock Creek Mustangs, taking on the visiting St. Mary's Bears. Wouldn't be a wonderful night of basketball without my co-host this evening, Judd McCormick. How we doing?
I'm doing good, Isaiah. It's good to be back here again at the Rock. Always fun to be watching high school basketball on a Friday night.
This Varsity Girls pregame is brought to you by Farmer State Bank, celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you are looking for a new home, then you need to meet the team at Farmer State Bank. They are there to help you make the move. Make the move today and go to bankwithfarmers.com. NMLS number 403435.
So, yeah, we should have an interesting one tonight. St. Mary's Bears in town. Heartbreaker Tuesday night for the Rock Creek Mustangs, losing to the Marysville Bulldogs. 46-49 on a last-second three-pointer by the Bulldogs. Dahlia Fry. Fry scored the last 5 points for the Bulldogs. Tie the game at 46 all with somewhere around 45 seconds left to go in the game. Mustangs got the ball back. Could not convert with about 15 seconds left, leaving that opportunity for the Bulldogs. And Fry with a last-second, very closely guarded attempt from three, I might add, and she banks in the winner. Highlight night for Dahlia Fry. We should probably reach out to their coach and let them know, hey, you may want to go out to Backroads Broadcasting. Might be some highlight reel there that somebody wants to keep.
Yeah, definitely. It was a game of momentum shifts the entire night with 10 lead changes throughout the game. And we saw a completely different Lady Mustangs team there that evening. They came out with offensive and defensive intensity and almost came out with a big win at home.
Yeah, they really did. Early on in the year, they kind of struggled a little bit on the offensive side. The last time, like tonight, I think they only had like 17 points. We can talk about that a little bit later on when we talk about tonight's game. But their offense has been a lot more consistent going into that Burlington tournament and since the Burlington tournament. And again, I thought their offense was pretty good throughout the night. Peyton Rottinghouse led the way for the Mustangs. She had a double-double on the night. She had 11 points and 11 rebounds. Also contributing for the Mustangs, Aislinn Rottinghouse had 10 points. Hadley Rimpey with 9. Kylie Frazee had 7. Lucy Martini with 5. Brooklyn Plummer and Ellie Prather both with 2. But they moved the ball around a lot. They were shooting from the threes. They were going down in the paint. So I think they were playing a little bit more in and out than what we've seen them do in the past, and I think that really helped a lot. They're probably definitely going to need the outside shot going tonight, but, again, we'll talk about that here in just a little bit.
And Dahlia Fry etched her name in the history books. It may have been the hero of the night for the Bulldogs, but it was Bella Rader that kept them in the game throughout the night, leading all scorers with 22 points, 18 of those coming from behind the arc. Additional scorers for the Bulldogs were Lindsay Dressman with 13, Fry with her 5, Aubrey Dressman with 4, Casey Roush with 3, and Grayson Ketter with 2.
Yeah, and we saw it all night. Bella Rader it seemed like she just lived there at the top of the key, and if she got it anywhere, within about a 12-foot arc there at the top of the key, she was money from the three-point line. And she did. She really kept them in the game. She kind of took it over. We saw in the first half of that, it was really kind of weird. Like the first half of the first quarter, Rock Creek absolutely dominated. The second half of the first quarter, Marysville dominated. Then we rolled into the second quarter, and it was a repeat. The first half of the quarter, Rock Creek kind of dominated. In the second half of that second quarter, it was back to Marysville. And then really the whole second half, it was just back and forth the entire second half. I don't think either team had much more than about a 3 or 4 point lead at any point in time.
Yeah, and Raider leading with 22 last night, or Tuesday night, I should say. And it reminds me of what the late great Kobe Bryant would say. Instead of to score the basketball, he would look for a spot on the floor, and that's where he would go. And she knew her spot. I mean, top of the key in and around the wing, it was automatic. Yeah,
she was. She was absolutely clutch. So 6 three-pointers on the night for her, but. And again, a big last-second shot by Dahlia Fry and the heartbreaker for the Mustangs. So we'll see how they rebound. The Mustangs are now at 4-11 on the season. 4-11 on the season. They're going to have to bounce back from that loss. It's going to be a tough game tonight against St. Mary's Bears, who's kind of on a streak of bad luck themselves. They're currently sitting at 7-8 on the season. They're currently in last place in their 3A sub-state bracket, which is an absolutely stacked one. It's got Marysville, Rossville, St. Mary's. I mean, it's just Riley. It's a very, very deep one. But, I'm sure they had higher expectations. They're currently sitting at 7-8 on the season, like I said, in last place in that 3A sub-state. They're being led this year by the preseason, basically 3A pick of the state and a 3A watch list player, Hayden Heim. Haim had a double-double or last Friday against Riley County, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Haim's just been a dominant player from the get-go.
Following a strong freshman season in 21-22 where she averaged 10 points and 7.4 rebounds per game, the 6'2" Haim emerged as a dominant force for the Bears last year, leading them to the Class 2A state tournament. Haim upped her scoring average to 16.6 points per game and pushed her rebound average to 10.2 per game to average a double-double. She set school records for rebounds in a season, 245, in a game, 24, as well as blocks in the season, 57, and a game, 7. Haim is more than halfway to 1,000 career points, sitting at 628 going into this season. She was a second-team All-Class 2A and first-team All-Mid-East League selection last year. St. Mary's moves up to the Class 3A this season, but Haim's presence will keep the Bears as a serious contender for the state title.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, the Bears last few years have been in 2A. Did have to make the big jump to 3A this year. They have lost 4 of their last 5, or lost 4 straight, I should say, and 5 of their last 6. So they're really looking to turn it around before they start heading into the home stretch. I will say last time out, defensively, the Mustangs did a pretty good job at keeping Haim in check in their last outing, but they just couldn't really generate any kind of offense. These two teams met back in December 12th, and the Mustangs lost that game 17-52. That was the Mustangs' lowest point output of the season, but it wasn't Haim that beat them. Like I said, they did a pretty good job of keeping her in check. Haim's going to get her points. You know, she's was 6'2" last year. She's 6'3" this year. I mean, just looking out on the court, you can tell she's going to be a dominant presence on the court. But they have other players on the team that when she gets shut down can step up and play, and they could shoot from the three-pointer as well.
And it's really been a tale of two halves of the season for the Lady Mustangs. The team we saw last night was by far the best basketball we've seen them play all year, compared to their first few games we saw earlier this year.
Yeah, I don't disagree. You know, we talked about it during the game. I think we talked about how entertaining of a game it was, how fun it was to watch the girls. You could see they're coming into their own. You know, it's a very young Mustang team, so we were kind of waiting to see who would emerge as leaders, kind of see when they found their grooves and stuff like that. And we haven't had an opportunity as the broadcasters to go to all the games that have been away, you know, since we came back from Christmas break. But the game that we saw on Tuesday night, the team we saw on Tuesday night, was by far and away a completely different team that started the season. So I think they'll bounce back tonight. I think they'll have confidence coming into this game. I think a game like Marysville kind of has to give them that kind of confidence. Marysville is a much better team than what their record might show. But we had about a minute and a half before we start on this game. So let's go ahead and talk about tonight's routes to victory for this Lady Mustangs, Lady Bears matchup. So for Rock Creek, they really need to shut down that paint. They need to play in and out offense. That should be play. We're going to give a Robin Burgundy a second about that. And then they want to seal off that rebounder.
For the Lady Bears, dig deep. 4 games in 7 days. We saw this almost identical scenario with the Marysville Bulldogs here on Tuesday night. Move the ball and establish the inside game with Haim. I mean, I'm convinced that these routes to victory weren't for the Bears. It's hard to not have Haim on there.
I mean, the offense flows through Haim. I mean, you want to make sure she's touching the ball everywhere time down the court. I think she's averaging like 17.3 a game, so she is a force.
So here we go for the starting lineups here this evening. For the Lady Bears, a 5'5" senior, number 2, Hope Garland. For the Lady Mustangs, number 0, a 5'6" freshman, number 0, Lucy Martini. For the Lady Bears, a 5'6" senior, number 3, Kat Moylan. For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'5" freshman at number 1, Kylie Frazee. For the Lady Bears, a 5'11" senior, number 14, Brenna Smith. For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'10" freshman, number 10, Aislinn Rottinghouse. For the Lady Bears, a 6'3" junior, number 22, Hayden Heim. For the Mustangs, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Brooklyn Plummer. And for the Lady Bears, a 5'7" junior, number 23, Isabel Herla. And for the Lady Mustangs, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Peyton Rottinghouse. So we are all set to go here in Flush, America at the Rock.
Yeah, the St. Mary's Mares. Happens every once in a while. Their head coach is going to be Dorian Sillsbury. That also helped go the confusion. Mustangs, of course, is coached by Adam Plummer. Getting some last-second instructions before we have our tip-off here. Looks like we'll have Aislinn Rottinghouse tipping off against number 22, Hayden Heim, for the Bears.
Here we go. The Mustangs will control the tip. Fresh 8 to play here, first quarter. Here's Rottinghouse at the top of the key. Pass into Martini. Martini's pass is tipped by Herla. Possession arrow will stay with the Lady Mustangs.
I think we'll see a lot of that tonight. We'll see hands in the passing lane. Mustangs are going to have to use good entry passes, using the bounce passes around the perimeter.
Plummer skip pass over to Frazee. She'll fire a 3. Got it. Mustangs strike first off the three-point bomb from number 1, Kylie Frazee. Here come the Lady Bears now. Garland sets up the offense. The pass over to Heim. Now over to Herla in the corner. Trying to get it inside for Heim, and pass will be tipped. Lady Bear basketball. 7:15 to play, 3-0 Mustangs score. Moylan on the inbounds to Herla. Now over to Smith. Skip pass to Garland. Garland guarded by Frazee. Here's Moylan now. Pass to Smith, looking for Heim down low. Got it.
Tough shot. She was deep underneath the basket and still got off a shot off the backboard. It was pretty good defense by Rottinghouse.
And that was a textbook offensive possession for the Bears. You know, you get that classic high-low action between your high post and your low post, and Hayden Heim coming away with the score.
You know, when we talk about Heim being at 6'3", the other person to think about is Brenna Smith, number 14 for the Bears. She's 5'11" herself, so they've got more than one post player on this team.
And we're going to have a 5-second call on the Mustangs. Bears will take over on the sideline as Hope Garland gets the offense set up for the Lady Bears. 6:40 to play here, first quarter. Here's Garland on the drive, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. We'll have Lady Bear basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, you can see the Mustangs are going to be paying a lot of attention to Heim, but again, they've got other players on the team. You can't forget about them because whenever there's a Herla on the team, you know a Herla is going to be a scorer as well.
And inbounds pass going to number 14, Brenna Smith. She'll be fouled and head to the line for 2.
Yep. Plummer just picked up a quick second foul.
First free throw for Smith is good. We're all knotted up at 3. Ella Rhodes checks in for the Lady Mustangs. Both free throws are good for Smith. Second lead change of the game. Lucy Martini catch and shoot jumper won't go. Rebound will go to Smith of the Lady Bears. Here's Garland ahead to Herla, inside to Heim. Heim, nice move inside. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound will go to Martini. That's Frazee on the trap on the sideline. And possession arrow will go to the Lady Bears.
Yeah, so the Mustangs got to be really careful tonight. You know that they're St. Mary's is going to work the ball, get the best shot they can. The Mustangs cannot have a lot of empty possessions. They got to try to match early on.
Smith jumper won't go.
Tough break there for Mustangs. Had an open rebound on a missed shot and a one and done, and just off the fingertips, out of bounds.
Here's Garland over to Herla. Herla driving to her right. Now to Moylan. Inside to Smith. Tough pass, 2 defenders. 3-point bomb for Garland. Won't go, gets her own miss. Back out to Moylan, inside to Smith. Good ball movement here by the Lady Bears.
That's right there is why you follow your shot. We don't see that enough in today's game, but nobody put a body on her to box her out, and Garland just goes in from the 3-point line, gets an easy rebound in the paint, keeps it alive for the Bears, the second chance opportunity.
Herla fires a 3, won't go. Another rebound for Garland. This time to Moylan. She fires a 3, won't go. Rebound will go to Aislinn Rottinghouse. Mustangs coming out with that extended 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I expect to see that a lot tonight, so they can collapse in on the paint, try to keep Heim from absolutely killing them inside the paint, but eventually they're probably going to have to step back out in the 3 points as well.
Aislinn Rottinghouse gets the 3-pointer to go for the Mustangs. And I do like the way they're switching it up on defense, going from a matchup into that zone. And the 2-3 zone is a really good play there because you always have someone down in the middle to guard Heim.
Yeah, I've played on several teams. We do that where it was kind of just a set deal. On a make, we would go back into man, and on a miss, we'd drop back into a zone. And so it was just kind of implanted in our head what defense we were playing based off of our offensive possession.
Smith going to work on Rottinghouse, gets the layup to go. We're all tied up at 6 for our first tie of the evening.
Of course, most of the time we'd also go into a full court press on a make as well.
Nice take by Rottinghouse, can't get the layup to go. Smith will corral the rebound. Gets it over to Moylan, now ahead to Garland. Looking inside for Heim. Nice pass inside to Smith. Falling away, can't get the layup to go. Rebound Rottinghouse, well defended on the play. Frazee gets the offense set up for Lady Mustangs, guarded tightly. Drives to her left, and she'll be fouled. Wait for the official ruling. I believe they're going to say it's on the floor, so it'll be Mustang basketball on the baseline. Ella Prather and Macy Clark checking in for the Lady Mustangs. Here's the inbounds to Martini, now to Rhodes, over to Prather. Good ball movement here by the Lady Mustangs. Back up top, Frazee. She'll reset the offense for the Lady Mustangs. Here's Clark, wing 3, won't go. Rebound tipped and controlled by Herla. Herla pass stolen by Martini. She's going to go all the way and gets the layup to go. Perimeter defense looking pretty good here, Judd.
Yeah, that's going to get us our first time out here to the first period. Mustangs already halfway to the last game's point total. This 30-second timeout's going to be brought to you by Shortstop.
Shortstop, offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily and food drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Walmego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. no matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a short stop.
So I think the initial answer for the Mustangs is they're going to show up ready to play tonight. They're going to dwell on Tuesday night's game at all. They're going to be ready to play tonight. So 2-point lead early on, 8-6 with 3:20 left to go in the first quarter. So Mustangs fired up. They want to play this game. So I think they threw the first punches, so to speak.
They did. And, looking at that game Tuesday night, I mean, we both thought that game was going to go into overtime. It was going to be a battle to the finish. And the Mustangs really have, no qualms about that. I mean, they played a great game Tuesday night.
Yeah, and I think, they'd like to have seen it go into overtime looking back on it, but
Heim can't get the layup to go. Rebound will go to Prather. Frazee picks up her dribble in a dangerous spot, and Coach Plummer wants timeout.
Yeah, I believe that's also going to be a 30-second timeout. Tried to do that to keep the travel call from getting called. This timeout's going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture. Faith Furniture serving the Manhattan and surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience to share with all of their customers. If you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for the living room, dining room, bedroom, and office, or just looking for that perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you've got to have faith.
And for the Lady Mustangs, as the kids would say these days, I think they got their swagger back, Judd.
They got their swagger back. Kids say swagger?
Yeah, they probably still say it. I mean,
I'll depend on you to keep me up to date on what's hip. Now that my daughters are out of the house, I no longer have them to tell me that I'm uncool.
Here's Clark on the wing. Now over to Frazee. Back to Martini. Clark looking inside for Prather and Rhodes. Well defended by the Lady Bears. Entry pass into Rhodes. Nice pass down low to Martini. Back out to Frazee. Corner three. Won't go. Long rebound for Clark. And a second chance possession for the Lady Mustangs. And they're going to get Martini with the travel there. Just too many steps before she took the dribble. Peyton Rottinghouse checks back in for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, Martini kind of had a Scooby-Doo start there where the legs were moving, but the body wasn't going just yet.
And for the Lady Bears, no substitution as of yet. Here's Heim, nice spin move. Gets the layup to go. And one opportunity for number 22, Hayden Heim. We're all tied up at 8 here. Heim's free throw won't go. And possession arrow will go to the Mustangs. 2:10 to play, all knotted up here at 8. And another closely contested first quarter.
Yeah, only this one's been balanced throughout. There hasn't been any one dominant team for long stretches of time. It's just been kind of back and forth. Both teams kind of still feeling each other out just a little bit, trying to get an idea.
Full court pressure coming from the Lady Bears, and Hayden Heim with the big-time rejection.
Yeah, it's caused a little bit of troubles for the Mustangs early on. A couple of times they picked the ball up in a bad spot just across the timeline. It's really what the Bears are trying to do is just get them in that trap position.
Kat Moylan checks back in for the Lady Bears. Entry pass into Rottinghouse. They're going to get Rottinghouse this time with the travel.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Her foot slid just a little bit. I don't think the contact was enough to kind of force it. It just passes a little bit high and just couldn't keep her balance out.
New face in for the Bears. That's number 1, Gwen McCann. McCann looking for Heim, gets it to her, guarded by Rottinghouse, draws a double team from Clark. Fadeaway won't go. Smith rebound. Can't get the second chance bucket to go. Rebound will go to Prather. Pressure coming from the half-court defense of the Bears. Three-pointer from Peyton Rottinghouse won't go. Moylan ahead to Herla. Drives baseline. And as a turnover for the Lady Bears, possession arrow will go to the Lady Mustangs. Hope Garland checks back in for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, so these are the opportunities Mustangs need to take advantage of. You know, protect the ball, get it in our half-court offense, run the ball, don't take unnecessary quick shots, but find the best shot you can get, whether it's a 10-footer or 19-footer, if that's what you're going to get. Clearly, you're not going to get in much closer than about 6-7 foot. Heim's going to be right there to greet you.
And when it comes to breaking the press for the Lady Mustangs, you know, patience and time goes leaps and bounds when it comes to breaking the press. Garland won't get the layup to go. Last touch by Lady Mustangs. Bears will take possession.
So Bears struggling a little bit here early on, trying to find their offensive groove as well.
Heim triple team, loses the handle. Rottinghouse comes away with the steal. Just under 1 minute to play here, first quarter. Here's Frazee on the drive, guarded by Moylan. Tries to get inside to Prather, stolen by Smith. Here come the Bears now. Garland over to Moylan. Now to Herla. To Heim out on the wing. Looking inside for Smith. 35 seconds remaining. Herla fires a three. Won't go. Rebound Smith. Smith going to work on Prather. And they're going to get Prather with a foul. But we're going to...
Nope, that's
going to be waved off, yeah.
Yeah, caught Smith off balance, leaning in. Basically, had all of her weight on Prather, and so when she went down, I guess they decided that was going to be a charge.
The classic pulled the chair off from underneath her. 25 seconds remaining here, first quarter. Martini loses the handle. Rottinghouse ahead to Frazee. Had Prather under the bucket. Pull-up jumper for Frazee. Say that's the last touch by the Lady Mustangs. 15.6 remaining here, first quarter.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say neither team is particularly hot shooting right now.
Here's Heim on the drive.
That's going to be
right. Call by the official there. It looks like Rottinghouse was set, just moved into Heim at the last second there.
Yeah, it's going to be her second foul here in the first quarter, so probably see her subbed out till probably at least halfway through the second.
Ella Rhodes checking back in for the Lady Mustangs. And for the Lady Bears, number 15, Maisie Kent. Moylan on the inbounds, finds Herla, fires a three, won't go.
That's a good job by Prather there, sealing off Heim on that rebound. They know where she's at. They're putting body on her at every point in time.
So after 1 quarter of play, 8-8 your score. Don't go anywhere, folks. More high school basketball action coming up here on Backroads Broadcasting.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
We're going to go into the first Bandit brain teaser of the night here at the end of the first quarter. What is the Kansas High School girls' individual record for most three-pointers in a game? Is it A11, B12, C13, D14?
Is this team or just single player?
That's a single player.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we saw Raider with 6 on Tuesday night. That's kind of inspired me on the three-pointer, so an individual three-pointer. So while you're thinking about that, we'll also bring you an ad break with Farmer State Bank. Farmer State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you are or you have a student looking for financial independence and want to get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmer State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account plus $25 cash each semester with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of their 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmer State Bank, member FDIC, and your equal housing lender.
Just joining us, second quarter action here. 8-8 your score. Judd McCormick, Isaiah Dobbins here this evening.
Yeah, we should say our names a little more often.
I was just thinking about that on the drive up here. I was like, Judd, for people that may not know us, they're probably like, in case they want to, compliment us on our great broadcasting skills here. Here's Frazee on the drive. Jumper has it blocked, gets her own rebound. And they're going to get Hurla with the reach. Swarming perimeter defense for the Lady Bears.
Want to welcome John Bush. He's watching in from Indiana. Thanks for joining us tonight, John.
Here's Martini on the drive. Kicks out to Frazee, fires a three. Almost had a Farmers State bank shot there. Won't go. Here's Hurla inside to Heim. Has it tipped by Plummer, and possession arrow will stay with the Lady Bears.
Yeah, Mustangs thus far have done a really good job on the defensive end. They're finding bodies when the shot goes up too and trying to seal off, with the exception of, I think, the one time when Garland came in from the three-point line, got her own rebound. Other than that, they've been a really good job of trying to limit the Bears to a one and done.
And not only that, but interior defense as well. Even though the Bears are getting looks inside, they're still doing a good job of drawing a double team or playing well interior defense.
Yeah, and I'm sure Heim deals with this everywhere she goes, but there's 1 and 2 bodies on her almost all the time.
Here's Martini on the drive. Heim again with the rejection. I can see why she had the record for 7 blocks in a game now.
Yeah, and that's already her second one tonight. I'm going to decide to keep track of that. Don't have that on my game changer, but.
Nice move by Aislinn Rottinghouse. Can't get the bucket to go. Rebound Heim. Heim driving in, turnaround jumper. Hits back iron, won't go. Rebound Brooklyn Plummer. Now here come the Lady Mustangs. Frazee gets the offense set up. Driving to her left off the screen from Plummer. Going to work inside. She'll be fouled. That'll go on Hope Garland. Nice take by number 1, Kylie Frazee. She'll head to the line for 2. That'll go on Garland, her first, team second. Frazee gets the first free throw to go. Those are the plays you want out of your point guard right there, Judd.
Yeah, those are really, really good plays. I was just about to make a comment about the basket tar right here. I think it's basically gone about 2.5 games without really letting any baskets go down. Mustangs struggled in the second half shooting on that basket the other night.
Mustangs with a 1-point lead and our third lead change here this evening. Nice pass inside to Heim. Layup will go. Nice pass from Hope Garland. Mustangs had an even 2-on-2 break. Here's Martini on the drive. Now out to Aislinn Rottinghouse. She'll fire a three. Won't go. Long rebound, initially controlled by Frazee. This time by Garland. Drives through 2 defenders. She'll be fouled and head to the line for 2. That'll go on Aislinn Rottinghouse, her first, team first. Hope Garland at the line for 2. First free throw short. Checking back in for the Lady Bears, Gwen McCann. Garland good on the second free throw. 5:50 remaining here, second quarter. Here's Martini in the corner. Inside to Rhodes, loses the handle, back out to Martini. Jumper, got it. Mid-range jumper, good for number 0, Lucy Martini.
Good job there by Ella Rhodes, keeping her feet set, turned around and find it before she was falling out of bounds, kept the ball alive for the Mustangs, got it to Martini for her to be able to drop that basket, tie this game back up at 11.
And another thing for this Lady Mustang offense, really looking to be more aggressive on the offensive end, as we've seen him in the past. Nice pass inside to Moylan on the back door. And the lead will go back to the Bears by 2. 13-11 here, 5:20 to play. But as I was saying earlier, this Mustang offense is taking what the defense give him. Usually, it was kind of one-dimensional when we first saw them. It was either like they were trying to get their post player open for a layup or a wide-open three. But now, Rhodes was doubled on the inside. Find Martini back outside for the easy 2-point jumper. Dangerous pass stolen by Garland. Or, excuse me, that's McCann. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound will go to Frazee. They're going to get Frazee with the push.
Yeah, back to what you were saying, I think one of the big things we noticed is, back in our day, we'd call it the triple threat. You get the ball and you're in a triple threat when you get it, threat to pass, threat to shoot, threat to dribble. Early on, the Mustangs just were not caught in that. Their feet were kind of out of position. The ball placement wasn't quite right, so they had to reset themselves all the time. So I think that's one of the big differences. Now when they know what they want to do with the ball when they catch it, so their feet are set, their hands are set, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, that just reminds me of shout out to Coach Jay, the old boys coach for the Mustangs. During practice, we'd split up guards and posts, and that was something we worked every day, the triple threat, double down, kick it back out for open shooter. Here's Martini now on the drive. Back out to Frazee. Frazee pull-up three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound Martini. Has it blocked by Heim. Make that three there, Judd. Here's Heim. Fires a three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound between Smith and Frazee. Possession arrow will go to the Mustangs.
I think if nothing else, what the Bears are seeing right now for the Mustangs is a team that's not afraid to get physical with them and play with them. It is a completely different Mustang team than what they saw back in December.
And they're going to get Moylan with the reach. Well said there, Judd. I mean, they're already at 11 here in the second quarter, and the last time they played the Bears only putting up 17, so almost, 70, 80% of their points gained back.
Well, and even more importantly, the Bears only have 13 at this point in time versus – I think they finished with
I think it was 52.
52 in the last game, so that ball just slipped out of Frazee's hands as she was passing.
Here's Herla. Kicks it out to Garland. Her three-pointer's good. Already our 5th lead change here this evening, and Adam Plummer wants timeout.
Yeah, that's going to be a full timeout. We'll start out with that full timeout from Backroads Broadcasting.
Backroads Broadcasting and Rock Creek High School Journalism is working harder than ever to bring the action home to you. If you are looking for a live broadcast of your future event or interested in being a sponsor for future events, contact sales@brbc.live. Even if you are just enjoying tonight's free broadcast and would like to help out Backroads Broadcasting or Rock Creek High School Journalism, you can always donate through Cash App, $BRBCL, or at Venmo at BRBCL. Visit any of our social medias at brbc.live. That is Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, and YouTube. And from the TikTok guru himself, Judd McCormick, coming soon.
I'm a dancing fool. Last half of this break is going to be brought to you by Dubet Farms. Dubet Farms, Family Farms LLC, Indiana family supporting Mustang girls basketball. Dubet Farms and John listening in from Indiana tonight.
I know we've said it once on the broadcast, but that is a clean logo.
That's pretty cool.
That is. So 4:15 remaining here, second quarter. 5-point lead and biggest for the Bears here this evening.
Couple of back-to-back hoops off of a turnover for the Mustangs. Like I said, Mustangs can't afford a lot of turnovers. They can't have a lot of empty possessions. They want to stay with the Bears. They got to make every possession count. They got to get their stops on the defensive end. I know it sounds rudimentary. Every game is like that, but particularly with the different firepower these two teams have.
Martini, corner three. Won't go. Rebound will go to number 14, Brenna Smith. Hope Garland gets the offense set up for the Bears. Here's Heim out on the wing, guarded by Frazee. That's a mismatch. Mustangs switching up to a zone now. Here's Herla out on the wing. Now back to Garland, inside to Smith. Smith drives in. Back out to McCann. Garland loses the handle, gets it back. Now over to Hurla. Good spacing and patience here by the Lady Bears offense. Pass inside to Smith. Draws a double team, tries to get inside to Heim. Nice catch. And I believe we're going to get a travel on Heim, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see what the call. First, I thought she signaled 3 seconds in the lane, and I didn't think that could be it. But, yeah, whatever it was a turnover on the Bears. Mustangs with another opportunity here. Got to make this one count.
And I think the Mustangs, once they get the ball and back to Frazee's hands, you make that entry pass into her, and then Rottinghouse is trailing as the post player. If they could just get it back to Frazee and just clear out, I think the Mustangs would have a little better chance handling this pressure from the Lady Bears.
Well, I think they just tried to clear out right there, actually, and the Bears weren't biting on it. So kind of got bailed out by a third foul there on Garland here in the first. But really, I think what they need to do is they have that middle open. They need to get it to the middle and turn, and almost every time they have a 3-on-2 as soon as they get it to the middle. Too often the Mustangs are getting it up the sideline right where the Bears want them. They just get them right past that timeline, trapping that corner, and that, the back court acts as your third defender and the sideline acts as your fourth. So.
Right. Kylie Frazee at the line for 2. That last foul going on Hope Garland, her third, team 5th. And another thing, Judd, the Mustangs have had success on getting the ball to the half-court line, whether it be on our near side or that far side. One thing I'd like to see them do is do that little jagged cut where they could go deep for the home run ball. But we'll see here. Second free throw for Frazee is good. 3-point lead for the Bears. Here's Heim in the corner. Nice pass inside to Smith. Draws a double team. Back to Heim. Heim driving baseline. Skip pass out to Moylan. Now to Smith. Nice inside out for the Lady Bears, and Heim gets the bucket to go. 2:40 remaining. 5-point lead for the Bears.
See, they got nobody coming to the middle right now for the Mustangs, so they're trying to work it up the sideline, which is exactly what the Bears are trying to do. They caught a break on that one, but Bears have 3 players in the backcourt. Mustangs sitting with 3 in the front. Nice shot there by Aislinn Rottinghouse.
What a finish from number 10, Aislinn Rottinghouse. Here's Smith on the drive, back out to Moylan. Over to McCann, back to Moylan. Skip pass over to Hurla. She'll fire a 3. Won't go. Rebound Smith. 2 minutes to play. Pass inside to Heim. Well defended by the Lady Mustangs. Rottinghouse comes away with it. Over to Frazee. Back to Rottinghouse. Minute 50 remaining.
Yeah, Mustangs getting caught a little bit flat-footed right now. Need to start running an actual motion offense here. Bears in a matchup.
Clark, three-pointer, in and out. Sorry, Joe, didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope, that was a good look by Clark. Got a low screen. She got popped out to the edge. Nobody came out with her, so it was a good shot there by Clark. But Mustangs getting caught standing around a lot where the Bears are setting multiple screens any way they can for Heim there underneath.
Heim can't get the shot to go. Brenna Smith there on the second chance attempt for an and-one opportunity.
So Peyton Rottinghouse picking up her third foul.
Smith's free throw is good, and largest lead for the Bears here this evening at 6. 21-15 your score. Dangerous pass from Frazee, and that'll be a turnover for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, and right now there's going to be a bit of a height disadvantage right now, I think, for the Mustangs. Plummer's been tasked with guarding Heim. You got Prather on Smith. Smith has made as many entry passes into Heim as anybody.
Drive by Moylan. She'll be fouled on the floor. It'll be Lady Bear basketball on the sideline. Kennedy Whaley checks in for the Mustangs, and Maisie Kent for the Lady Bears. Moylan to inbound on the baseline. 56 seconds remaining. Herla wide open three-pointer. This time she converts. Largest lead of the night for the Bears. We're going to get Whaley with the travel.
Tough situation to put Whaley in there, trying to bring the ball up. All the defenders went to go clear out. She went to go make a pass. Got to get up and down the court a couple times, kind of get into the flow of the game. 42 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Nice pass inside to Moylan. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Clark.
Moylan's a pest. Love it. Love that style of defense.
And they're going to get Martini there with the travel.
So that's a couple times Martini tonight has just not had her feet quite comfortable and set, ready to take that shot or do whatever maybe she needs to. Needs to make sure that that left foot is just planted as soon as she gets the ball.
15 seconds remaining here. Here's Herla on the drive. All the way for the easy two. 5 seconds remaining for the Mustangs. Here's Whaley. Back to Plummer. Over to Martini. Won't be able to get the shot off. And after 2 quarters of play into halftime, Bears lead by 11, 26-15. We'll take a short intermission here.
Actually, let's get to the answer to that Bandit brain teaser before we do that short intermission.
Can't forget that.
What is the Kansas High School girls' individual record for the most three-pointers in the game? Was it 11, 12, 13, 14? That answer is going to be B, 12. That's happened twice, 2006 by Shaylin Spanny of Metro Academy, and again in 2017 by Taylor Hunter of Metro Academy again. So they own the tied record there for 2 players of Metro Academy with 12 three-pointers in a game. And if you're decent at math, you'll know that's at least 36 points that they had in that game.
The Metro Academy Golden State Warriors. Got it.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes to do a recap of the first half. Stick with us here at Backroads Broadcasting.
Welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball here in Flush, America. As the Lady Bears leading by 11 here at halftime. Judd McCormick, Isaiah Dobbins.
Yeah, and it was really late at the end of that quarter that the Bears took that 11-point lead. So scoring for the Bears, I mean, you're going to have your usual suspects. You're going to have Hine out there with 10 points. Smith with 5, Hurla with 5, Garland with 4. I think the one thing that's kind of overlooked right now is Smith with 5 points, but also with 5 rebounds. She's kind of dominated that offensive side, and her ability to get those entry passes into Haim as well. So everybody's looking for it coming from the wing, but they have a unique offense where they get it to one post, and everybody comes over to guard the one post of the ball and leaves Haim open, and so they can kind of dump it off to her. But coming in for the Mustangs right now, the Mustangs 15 points in the first half, 6 by Frazee, 5 by Aislinn Rottinghaus, 4 by Lucy Martini, and that's going to be your scoring for the Mustangs. Just 3 Mustangs putting in points in the first half.
And, look at going to some of that stats, 5 lead changes, 3 ties, and the largest lead by 11 for the Lady Bears. They kind of weathered the storm of the Lady Mustangs. The Mustangs came out, kind of gave them a 1-2 punch, and the Bears responded just fine.
Yeah, I would say the Mustangs actually for the first 12 minutes of that half played really, really good defense and kept the Bears in check. They struggled a little bit on offense, and really it's just the last few minutes of that first half that the Bears kind of separated themselves from the Mustangs, got that 5-point lead, and then they kept getting stops on the Mustangs end. Mustangs didn't do a whole lot to help themselves. They were coming down once they got set in their offense. They were only making 1 or 2 passes and firing up a shot. Weren't really working their offense a whole lot, but a little bit frazzled by the full court press by the Lady Bears there a little bit. But, we'll see how the second half goes. They only need 2 more points to match their last output of the last game. But, we've been seeing the Mustangs scoring 30 and 40 points, so I expect, their goal tonight is probably to try to get to 45. They're going to have to probably get at least 45 to have a shot at winning this, but they need to get some stops on the defensive side.
Well said. And really, just kind of patience and confidence for the Lady Mustang offense. Patience on that press break, and really just stepping up with confidence whenever you're attacking the basket or shooting the basketball.
Yeah, and we were kind of giving them praise early on. We were talking about how they had the ball. When they got the ball, they knew what they were going to do. Their feet were set, and they were ready to go. That kind of fell apart a little bit in that second quarter. A couple costly turnovers and times where they really, really needed a basket pretty bad, and shuffling the feet a little bit here and there. They just weren't quite ready to receive the ball. But again, we've talked about it all year. There's a handful of seniors on this Mustang team, mostly playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. At this point in time, you're about 2/3 of the way done with the season, so really you've got your first season kind of under your belt. So you kind of expect to see a few of those mistakes still, not as much as you might see early on, but all in all, they're still high schools. Players are still 14, 18-year-olds. They're going to make mistakes like that. But you just want to, calm them down, slow the game down just a little bit in their head so their feet aren't shuffling as much and they're more ready to do what they need to do. I think maybe they were just a little overamped at times once they get that ball.
Right. And, you said about 2/3 left of the season. This is where, things get interesting. It's like from a golf perspective, it's like we're on Sunday and we're rounding Amen Corner, and it's the Masters.
Yeah, there's 4.5 games left to go in a regular season right now for the Lady Mustangs. So it's been a tough season. It's been a little bit of a disappointing season, I'm sure. But I think the expectations coming in this season, they had a preseason ranking. That was based off of last year's team. This is a completely different team from last year. But they got something to build on here, and I think that's really the goal is don't focus too much on the outcomes. Focus on the process.
And we talked about some of these matchups we had earlier this season, and a lot of the teams we've seen here at home that have come to the Rock had that last-second push, and some of those teams even went to make a run at the state title.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time again. We've seen it from the St. Mary's boys team a couple years ago. They were about a 500 team and all of a sudden caught fire in sub-state, and they were ready to play in the state final, and then COVID basically finished out that for everybody.
Haim gets the first bucket for this third quarter. Isaiah Dobbins, Judd McCormick here this evening. Here's Frazee guarded closely by Garland. The way Garland is guarding Frazee, you wouldn't think she had 3 fouls.
No, I think they only have one way of playing defense, and that's all out. Yeah, Garland is, she's a pest. Moylan's an absolute pest as well.
So it'll be Mustang basketball on the baseline. And another team that, had that kind of late push. I mean, who the Mustangs opened up against, Clay Center, the Clay Center boys team. How about them for a second half of the season team?
Yeah, I think they doubled their win output about 2 games before sub-state and into sub-state and made it all the way into state.
That foul will go on Brenna Smith, her 3rd, team first of the half. Inbounds to Peyton Roddinghouse, now to Plummer, over to Roddinghouse. Roddinghouse tries to find her sister, Aislinn Roddinghouse, and turnover for the Lady Mustangs. Garland gets the offense set up for the Lady Bears. Had a wide open Smith. Here's Heim on the drive. Has it poked away. Possession arrow will stay with the Lady Bears.
Yeah, the goalie in hockey, we call that a poke check. That was a great poke check to get that ball away. She had an easy layup going in. Sounds like we got some 3 grandparents and a couple uncles rooting on the Mustangs tonight. Always glad to hear family from afar joining in to watch.
We're going to have a toss-up for the basketball. Aislinn Roddinghouse comes away with it. Pass ahead to Frazee, and it'll be knocked out of bounds by Hope Garland. Possession arrow will stay with the Lady Mustangs. Aislinn Roddinghouse, corner 3, won't go. And we're going to have a foul underneath. That'll go on Kat Moylan. That's her 3rd now.
Yeah, Smith with 3, Moylan with 3, Garland with 3. So for the Mustangs, I think you try to take advantage of those in foul trouble for the Lady Bears.
So that turnover coming by the Lady Mustangs. Hope Garland gets the offense set up for the Lady Bears. Here's Hurla. And they're going to get Hurla with the travel.
Mustangs should be familiar with the play that the Bears are just trying to run. I think both teams are running the same classic post play that we've seen here at Rock Creek for many a year. Probably even back into your day, you're playing running post.
Yep.
Probably has had different names, but it's basically post.
Here's Frazee guarded by Garland. Rollinghouse can't get the 3-point bucket to go. Good look, though, for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, good job by Plummer there, setting up that screen, letting Aislinn Roddinghouse be free for that shot. Nice, clean look, just couldn't get it to drop.
Garland on the drive. Now over to Hurla. Back to Garland. Garland guarded by Plummer. 3-pointer for Moylan. Got it. Number 3, 4-3. And the biggest lead of the game for the Lady Bears.
That timeout is going to be brought to you by Shortstop.
Offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you're going or how long it takes to get there, you'll always have time for a short stop.
Also brought to you by Faith Furniture. Serving the Manhattan and surrounding area since 1952, Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience to share with all of their customers. If you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or just looking for the perfect accent that ties the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you've got to have faith. So Mustangs still trying to get the ball rolling here in the second half. so far been kept off the scoreboard by the Bears. Bears starting to open up a comfortable lead at this point in time. But again, I think you got to trust what you're trying to do. You know, it's not so much about where you're going with this year. This year is going to be really tough in 4A. They've played some really, really tough teams. They just don't want to play that extra sub-state games. They could avoid that.
Right.
But,
you know, to quote Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers, trust the process.
That's right.
Rottinghouse three-pointer won't go. Rebound Heim. 5 minutes to play here, third quarter.
So I think they had that as a set play coming out of the break. It executed to perfection, just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Heim inside. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Aislinn Rottinghouse.
I'm going to start blaming the East basket. That's the basket.
It is. I mean,
it's got a lid on it.
Rightfully so. Nice steal inside by Plummer. Should be fouled. I believe that's going to go on number 15 of the Lady Bears. That'll be Maze Kent. Her first, team third. Frazee on the inbound. Finds Plummer. To Peyton Rottinghouse. She'll fire a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound Aislinn Rottinghouse. Draws the double team. Peyton Rottinghouse over to Frazee in the corner. Drives in. Nice pass inside. Plummer got the layup to go. So that can break the curse on the east rim for the Mustangs.
That was a really good pass by Frazee. Had Heim going up, thinking she was blocking a shot, and just basically lobbed it right over into Plummer. Good job, Plummer, keeping an eye on the ball, getting that easy, finding her spot on the backboard, getting two for the Mustangs.
Here's Moylan off the screen from Heim. Now to Kent. Heim, corner three. Well short. Rebound will go to Hope Garland. She'll be fouled and head to the line for two. That'll go on number 5 of the Lady Mustangs. That's Kennedy Whaley. Her first, team first. Shooter's roll for Garland as the first free throw drops. 32-17 your score. 3:51 remaining here, third quarter. Garland can't get the second free throw to go. Rebound Peyton Rottinghouse. And they are going to get McCann with the foul there. Group substitution for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Macy Clark, Ellie Prather, Ella Rhodes in. Getting a breather is going to be Plummer, Rottinghouse, and Rottinghouse. Yeah, it looks like Hurla, number 23, checked in for the Bears. Hope Garland getting a breather.
Here's Clark over to Prather. Nice backdoor cut by Frazee. Back out to Rhodes. Rhodes, nice pass to Frazee. Frazee jumper, got it. Back-to-back buckets for the Lady Mustangs. Trims the lead down to 13 now.
Yeah, Ella Rhodes did a good job protecting the ball. Saw the defense was cutting between her and trying to get a steal. Kept the ball alive, found Frazee on the baseline.
And the 4-0 run by the Mustangs is halted by the Cap Moylan three. And that last possession for the Lady Mustangs offense starting to look a little stagnant, but, you know, well, got a good look at the basket. Move the ball around. And Coach Plummer wants a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank in the surrounding area, Farmers State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you have a student looking for financial independence and get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmers State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account plus $25 cash each semester with a GPA 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of the 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmers State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. This break is also brought to you by DeBet Family Farms. Indiana family supporting Mustang girls basketball. So a now 14-point lead now for the Lady Bears. Mustangs chipping away at it here. Had it down to, started off with 16, had down to 13, but
yeah, they're still playing tough. They're coming in. I mean, they're doing a process, like you said. They're still doing what they're trying to do. They're still learning. I think St. Mary's is also really hungry for this. They've struggled lately. They really want this game as well. So good job by Ella Rhodes there.
She gets the and one bucket to go. Good use of the post position, the pump fake, and concentration to convert the and one. Heim with 2 now. That'll be team's 5th. And 1 is good for Ella Rhodes. 13-point lead now for the Bears, 35-22. So 2 fouls on Heim, Judd. We'll see if the Mustangs kind of key off that and see if they can't pick up a quick 3rd one.
You know, we should also point out, I've just now noticed that, and it's kind of embarrassing, I'm just now noticing, but right now Mustangs are out without number 11, Hadley Rimpey. She has not been playing in tonight's game. I'm not sure why, but we have not seen her tonight. Normally she's their primary ball handler, but Frazee's been kind of taking that tonight. Looks like Whaley's in right now for Frazee. He's going to have to do the ball handling. But, yeah, no Hadley Rimpey tonight. Not sure. Hopefully everything's okay with her, number 11, team leader for this team.
Moylan to inbound. Finds Smith. Quick layup won't go. Gets her own miss. And this will be last touch by the Bears. Mustang basketball.
Yeah, and with 2:09 left to go here in the 3rd, it's almost a must possession for the Mustangs. They really need to come away with at least 2 here.
Not only that, but they could have a chance to go 2 for 1 here. And the Mustangs could trim it down to single digits. Back to Rhodes. And they're going to get Rhodes with the travel.
I didn't notice the foot shuffle on that. I thought she had it pretty well set, but that could have been blocked by my monitor here.
Minute 50 to play here, 3rd quarter. 35-22 your score. Here's Garland guarded by Whaley. Now over to Heim. Heim driving baseline. Spin around jumper. Won't go. Rebound Clark. Minute 30 to play. Skip pass over to Whaley. Whaley off the screen from Rhodes. Had her wide open on the roll. Here's Clark now. Out to Rhodes. Back to Martini, guarded by Herla.
Well, and right now the Mustangs don't have any of their traditional scorers in, so they're going to need one of these players out here on the floor to step up and take the open shot when they have it.
Drive by Martini. She'll be fouled. They head to the line for 2. That'll go on number 14 of the Bears. That's Brenna Smith, her 4th. First free throw from Martini won't go. Checking back in for the Lady Bears, number 1, Gwen McCann. Aislinn Rottinghouse and Kylie Frazee checking back in for the Lady Mustangs. And a notable 4th foul there on number 14, Brenna Smith. She's kind of been the offensive rebounder, if you will. For
yeah, she's really eliminated a lot of second chance opportunities from the Mustangs.
Here's Garland on the drive. Out to McCann, under 1 minute to play here, third quarter. Here's Herla guarded by Prather, driving to her right. We're going to have a foul on the floor. I'll go on Prather, her first, team third. Nice pass inside to Garland. Can't get the layup to go. She'll head to the line for 2.
And you could see on that entry pass there was so much being paid attention to Hayden Heim that basically everybody came over, just absolutely leaving Garland wide open for the entry pass and the layup.
Garland can't get the first free throw to go. That last foul going on number 10 of the Mustangs, Aislinn Rottinghouse, her second, team fourth. Garland's second free throw, got it. 43.5 remaining. 13-point lead for the Bears.
Good job there by the Mustangs, break that press.
Dangerous pass inside intended for Rose. Be last touched by Heim of the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely no reason to make that pass. They broke the press, they had it, and we're trying a half-court, cross-court pass, you know, with a 6'3" defender a couple feet away from the person you're trying to throw it to. So, again, that's a mistake of a younger player. That'll be something they'll talk about. But, yeah, cross-court passes are always a little bit tricky.
Here's Frazee on the drive. Skip pass over to Martini. Martini driving to her right. Back out to Frazee. Three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound Heim. 10 seconds remaining. Here's Garland with a sense of urgency. Now over to McCann. Back to Garland. Out to Heim. Deep three-pointer from Westmoreland. Won't go. And that'll take us to the fourth quarter here.
I think they're going to put some time back on this clock.
I think you're right.
Guess not. Guess they decided not to.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get to our second Bandit Brain teaser. As we were talking about, we felt like last week's game was a potential overtime game.
Just most overtimes in a girls' game.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. What is the most overtime periods ever played in a Kansas high school girls game? Is it A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, D, 8? A lot.
That's a lot.
A lot of overtime periods.
And for high school, I know it's a regularly 8 minutes a quarter. What's the overtime time? Is it 4 minutes? Is it just half? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
that
almost
is a lot.
Another full game with all of those options.
Exactly right. 1 quarter left to play here. Let's go ahead and jam in a quick shout out and brought to you by Liming Productions, based out of St. George, Kansas. Liming Productions is your source of 5-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all your special moments and compile the story that you'll want to watch over and over. Liming Productions, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions.
Shout out to Cody Liming, one of the many Codys that run Backroad Broadcasting.
Running the switch deck right now, or the stream deck as they call it, because they're technical and I'm not.
Here's Frazee on the drive, over to Aislinn Rottinghouse. Back to Frazee. Frazee guarded by Garland, now over to Aislinn Rottinghouse, drives in. And she'll be fouled. I'll be on the floor. Mustang basketball. I about said baseball. We're not there yet on the baseline.
Yeah, it looks like St. Mary's Bears have switched to a 2-3 defense. Mustangs a little bit slow to react, catching on to that. But Hope Garland just picked up her 4th foul.
So Garland and Smith both with 4. 7:25 remaining here, fourth quarter. Here's Garland, guarded by Frazee. Inside to Heim, guarded by Peyton Rottinghouse. gets the layup to go.
That's a tough shot to defend.
Here's Plummer. Going to work on Smith. Gets the layup to go. You know, we said it on Tuesday. Mustangs, while we had our break, or I should say New Year's break, traveled to the Burlington tournament. Deep three by Kat Moylan's good. We had that New Year's break for the Burlington tournament, and Brooklyn Plummer coming away with an all-tournament team.
Yeah, really kind of came alive down there, found her groove in the basketball court. I don't know if they've used her or we've seen her quite as much as we should probably in the last few games, but she's been working hard underneath that basket to Heim. She wants the ball. They should feed it to her.
Martini fires a three. Won't go. Rebound, Kat Moylan.
Yeah, I think early on Plummer had a hard time finding the backboard on that baseline shot. I think since Christmas she's kind of found that shot. She's found how to use that backboard. I think she's been a very instrumental tool for the Mustangs here in the second half of the season.
Turnover by the Lady Bears. 6 minutes remaining. Pass intended for Martini, just off the hands. Turnover for the Lady Mustangs.
So that's when it gets a little frustrating. You do your job on one end, you have an opportunity to come back, and just an unforced error, a silly mistake that you hope you cut down on by this time of year. But again, sometimes you get sped up just a little bit, trying to do too much, and that's when mistakes can happen.
Here's Garland going to work on Frazee. Back out to Moylan, same spot she hit the last three. This time won't go. Rebound, Rottinghouse. Here's Frazee over to Clark. Good ball movement by Lady Mustangs. Skip pass to Clark in the corner. Back to Frazee, back to Rottinghouse. Tried to get it inside the Plummer. Had the zone shifting every which way. Had them where they wanted them, but turnover by the Lady Mustangs there.
Yeah, that was probably arguably the best passing and ball movement we've seen in a game from the Mustangs. And finally got it to what they wanted. Plummer was going to have a wide open 6-footer right there. Unfortunately, a pass just overhead, sails out of bounds, but right idea, just missed the last one.
We're going to have a foul. I believe this will go on Peyton Rottinghouse. This will be her fourth. Team first of the quarter. Kat Moylan to inbound. Inside to Heim. I believe they're going to get Rhodes that time with the push. She'll pick up her second foul. That'll be team second of the fourth. Or excuse me, that'll be Ella Rhodes' first foul.
Yeah, and that's a good foul.
Tough shot from Heim. Won't go. Rebound, Plummer.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the defense Ella Rhodes has played on Heim. She's really put a body on her and has really kind of forced her into some awkward shots.
Rhodes coming in at right around 6 foot, so honestly a good matchup there.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We're going to have a full timeout. That timeout's going to be brought to you by Roach Media Group.
Your local friendly professional photographer. Packages available for engagements, wedding, professional headshots, senior and family portraits, providing high resolution image files or prints taken on location or in their study with professional edits available. They're also your local area expert in real estate photography and videography. Ask about the drone and VR 360 tours when you reach out to them today at roachmediagroup.com. That's ROCHE mediagroup.com.
Second half of this timeout is going to be brought to you by Backroads Broadcasting. Backroads Broadcasting and Rock Creek Journalism is working harder than ever, bringing the action home to you. If you're looking for a live broadcast for your future event or interested in being a sponsor for future events, contact us at sales@brbc.live. Even if you're just enjoying tonight's free broadcast and want to help out Backroads Broadcasting or Rock Creek Journalism, you can always donate through our Cash App at $BRBCL or through our Venmo at BRBCL or visit any of our social medias. Also like to take the opportunity and a chance to talk to you about Coming up on February 23rd through the 25th, it's going to be the Flint Hills Home Show at the Armory in Manhattan, Kansas. Backroads Broadcasting is actually going to be there on the 24th doing live interviews with many of the premier premium sponsors that are happening at the Flint Hills Home Show, so please tune in at that point in time.
4:50 remaining here. If you're just joining us, 41-25, 16-point lead for the Lady Bears. Kennedy Whaley gets the offense set up for the Lady Mustangs. Inside pass to Prather. Jumper, got it. Here's Garland, guarded closely by Whaley. In the corner, that's Moylan. Looking inside for Heim, finds her. Good ball movement here by the Lady Bears. Here's Garland, over to Moylan. Now to Smith, inside to Heim. Well defended by Prather. And the Mustangs come up with the steal. Here's a skip pass over to Clark. She'll fire a three. Won't go. Rebound will go to Herla, but they're going to get Herla with the travel.
Yeah, that'd have been a real timely three-pointer for Clark that could have gone down, could have got him back within 11 at this point in the game. McCann checking back in for the Bears.
Here's Clark. Zone look now for the Bears. Well defended there by McCann.
Bears back in that 2-3 zone. Mustangs need to find that, work that perimeter, and do that quick ball passing like they were doing earlier.
Prather draws a double team back over to Whaley. Now to Clark. Martini inside to Rhodes. Good ball movement by the Lady Mustangs. 3:19 to play. And Coach Plummer wants timeout. Some decent ball movement there, but getting a little stagnant, and the spacing was kind of starting to wear off for the Lady Mustangs.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. That's going to be brought to you by Liming Productions.
Based out of St. George, Kansas, Liming Productions is your source for five-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all your special moments and compile the story you want to watch over and over. Liming Productions, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions.
All right, let's get to the answer to that second Bandit Brain Teaser question. What is the most overtime periods ever played in a Kansas high school girls game? Was it A5, B6, C7, D8? The answer is A5. 5 overtimes played in the 1992 contest between Sacred Heart and Blue Stem, with Sacred Heart prevailing 55-54. That is a low-scoring game.
That is.
5 overtimes, 55-54. Almost went to a 6th overtime.
That's a good game.
That's a good game. Or extremely boring game that just fans were like, oh, yeah. Another one.
After the second one, they were like, oh, here we go again.
Yep.
Frazee gets the offense reset for the Lady Mustangs. Entry pass into Prather. Over to...
That's good.
Martini. Three-pointer's good.
That felt good coming out of her hand to me.
So 11-point lead now for the Bears. .238 remaining here, fourth quarter. Here's Herla guarded by Martini. Now over to Heim. To McCann. Skip pass into Herla. Looking for Heim. Well defended by Rhodes. Heim gets it on the wing. Driving to her left. Goes at Rhodes. Gets the and one bucket to go. I'll go on 42. Ella Rhodes, her second. Team third.
Yeah, good defense by Ella Rhodes there for the most part. What you could do, she had a screen coming up on the left, glanced over just to see it. That was Heim. Just saw her take that eyes off of her just half a second. Immediately went Rose tried to get back to her. Unfortunately, just couldn't get in front of her. And that's actually a really good shot by Heim, too. Rose had a pretty contested defensive there, bodied her up, but Heim still was able to find her backboard, put the shot in.
And Mustangs were battling a 16-point lead there. Got it down to 11, but when the Lady Bears needed a bucket, who do they turn to?
Their ace.
Yeah, their ace. There we go. Here's Martini. Skip pass over to Aislinn Rottinghouse. Now to Frazee. Back to Martini. Rapid passes for the Lady Mustangs. Nice pass inside to Prather. Back to Plummer. Here's Martini. Minute 45 remaining. Nice pass inside to Ellie Prather. Bucket is good, and the foul.
Last 2 chances down. Prather was right there at about the 7-foot mark, wide open. Heim was focusing on Plummer on the baseline. Smith was cheating over to Plummer. Prather had that shot twice before they finally found her. Got the 2 and in the harm. Has a chance to lower it to 10, and with that, looks like Garland is going to be fouled out of the game.
Prather converts the and one opportunity. And, you know, for the Mustangs, I mean, doubling their output last time they played the team.
Yeah, and they haven't given up. We got a minute and a half left. They cut it back to a 10-point lead, and really they've been doing a job on the defensive end. Missed a couple opportunities on the offensive end, but, you know, play to the end, that's what you want your team to do. So they're playing hard clear to the very end. So hats off to the Mustangs.
And not only that, but plenty of time left to play. A minute 30, 10-point lead. Hurla draws the double team. She's going to turn and throw it to Moylan. Moylan has it knocked out of bounds. But we're going to have a timeout by the Lady Bears.
That timeout's going to be brought to you by Roach Media Group. Roach Media Group, your local friendly professional photographer. Packages available for engagement, weddings, professional headshots, senior and family portraits, providing high-resolution image files or prints taken on location or in their studio with professional edits available. They are also your local area expert in real estate photography and videography. Ask about the drone and VR 360 tours when you reach out to them today at roachmediagroup.com. That's ROCHE mediagroup.com.
Shout out to producer Cody Roach. That's ROCHE.
That's ROCHE.
Mediagroup.com. Stamp it.
That's Cody with a Y without any.
Not L-I-M-I-N-G. That's R-O-C-H-E.
M-O-O-N. That spells moon.
Here's Heim. Pass ahead to Moylan. Inside to Smith. Back out to Hurla. Stolen by Rottinghouse. Rottinghouse drives in. Can't get the layup to go. Gets her own miss. Second chance bucket's good. 8-point lead for the Bears. The pass is stolen by Martini this time. Turns it, throws it to Peyton Rottinghouse. Mustangs have numbers. Peyton Rottinghouse steps through. She'll be fouled and head to the line for 2.
Look at that turn of events.
There we go. Chance to trim this down to 6 for the Lady Mustangs. First free throw is good for Rottinghouse. 7-point lead now for the Bears. Both free throws good for Peyton Rottinghouse. 49.6 seconds remaining. 6-point lead for the Lady Bears. Pass to Moylan. Student section getting into this one. Here's Hurla. Back to Heim. Heim guarded closely by Rottinghouse. They're going to get Rottinghouse with the foul. I believe that'll be her 5th. Brooklyn Plummer checks in for her.
Yeah, you had the foul. You just didn't want Rottinghouse to have to be the one to do the foul.
That'll be the Mustangs' team 4th foul, so one more to give before 2 free throws for the Lady Bears. Good foul, though. Inbounds pass to McCann. Back to Moylan. Frazee guards her closely. 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they got to go after it.
Pass
Good
out
job
to
by the Bears, keeping it away.
Well defended. Oh, costly foul there. And that will send Kat Moylan to the line for 2. 6-point lead, 23 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced that fouling late in the game when you're behind with a 2-point or with 2-shot guarantee is worth it anymore, but they needed to get after the ball a lot more. It's okay if you foul being aggressive, but you want to go after the ball, not just foul. You're just trying to get a turnover at that point.
Moylan can't convert the first free throw. And Mustangs necessarily didn't have to foul there. I would have liked to see more pressure, a little more hands in passing lanes. It looks like the entry passes deep onto the wing for the Bears were there with ease. Inbounds to Frazee, 20 seconds remaining. Frazee guarded closely. And she will be fouled.
A foul by McCann there. That's going to be her second.
So that'll be the Lady Bears' 4th foul. One more before Mustangs are shooting free throws. Inbounds into Frazee, 18 seconds remaining. Frazee driving to her left. Floater in and out. And Rottinghouse tries to keep the rebound alive. Possession arrow will go to the Lady Bears now. 11.7 seconds remaining. Inbounds to Moylan. Moylan guarded closely by Frazee. Frazee will commit the foul. Kat Moylan will head to the line for 2.
So 8.4 left to go in the game. Mustangs down by 7. Had it cut. Actually, that's the closest they've had it since really halftime.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the first lead of the game for the Bears at 5 points. And Moylan's first free throw is good there, but chance to ice it here, and honestly, well showing by both teams, not only for the Mustangs, but doubling their output since the last time they played the Bears, but also holding the Bears under their 52-point mark that they hit last game.
Well, I think the more impressive thing for me was the Mustangs they didn't quit. They didn't go away. You know, the Bears had a couple lead. Just a minute and a half left to go. The Mustangs were down by 12. And a couple quick turnovers, couple quick baskets, and, they had it back within 6 at one point. Good job by the Mustangs tonight, rebounding from that tough loss to the Marysville Bulldogs on Tuesday night. We wondered what kind of team would show up tonight. And, hey, hats off to them. The Mustangs showed up to play a game. They gave the Lady Bears everything they wanted. Lady Bears played a good game as well. So it's not like they had an off night and Mustangs just hung with them. Mustangs just basically really, really played well tonight. Had a few costly turnovers they'd probably like back. They end up with 15 turnovers on the game. But they were led by Martini and Frazee both with 8. Aislinn Rottinghouse with 7. Ellie Prather chipped in 5. Brooklyn Plummer had 4. Ella Rhodes with 3. Peyton Rottinghouse coming off the double-double. Marysville only ended up with 2 for tonight. Presence was known in a little bit of foul trouble out there. Mustangs struggled from the three-point line. They were only 3 of 19 for 16% behind the arc. So, that was a big factor, but they did shoot 80% from the free throw line as a team. So that's some encouragement right there. For the St. Mary's Bears, Hayden Heim was averaging 17.3 coming in. Mustangs held her to 16. Didn't quite get her average. I think they did a pretty good job keeping her under check most of the fourth quarter. Moylan ended up with 14, with 9 of those coming from the three-point line. Garland with 6, Smith with 5, Hurla with 5.
And real quick before we get into the homecoming festivities, just wanted to say, hats off to both teams, but my biggest key to the game is if the Mustangs could have had that 4-minute stretch and at least gotten a few more buckets, they could have came with a win here.
Yeah, coming back from the second half, they were just a little bit cold out, and I think that was the difference of the game, so we'll talk about that. But we'll step aside. Isaiah and Judd McCormick here. We'll quit talking for a little bit and let you just enjoy the Rock Creek Winter High School homecoming festivities.
Our second student candidate is Sydney Gale. Sydney is the daughter of throughout last year, Sydney has been involved in Chick-fil-A, Yellow Ribbon, and Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy for 4 years, FCCLA, NHS, and Scarlet Bowl for 3 years, Forensics and Class Officer for 2 years, Student Council for and Track for 1 year. Sydney's favorite memory of high school is going to all the football games with her friends. After graduation, Sydney will attend K-State to major in nutritional sciences and eventually go on to medical school.
Our third key candidate is Brady Steiner. Brady is the son of Robert and Nancy. During high school, Brady has been involved in basketball for 4 years and FBLA for 4 years. Brady's favorite memory from high school is bus rides home
Welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Judd McCormick, Isaiah Dobbins, as we get set for the boys matchup here this evening, as the visiting Bears will take on the home team, the Rock Creek Mustangs.
Yeah, this boys pregame show is going to be brought to you by Farmer State Bank. Farmer State Bank pregame, celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you're looking for a new home, then you need to meet the team at Farmer State Bank today. They're here to help you make the move. Make that move today and go to bankwithfarmers.com. NMLS number 403435.
So last week, Tuesday.
Long week already, huh?
Yeah. TGIF, Judd. TGIF.
Agree.
Tough game all around for the Mustangs Tuesday night against the Marysville Bulldogs. Mustangs dropping that game 39-55. This is the lowest scoring output in a game by the Mustangs all year, and the first time the Mustangs have been held under 50 all year.
Yeah, the Mustangs, they kind of struggled all night. I mean, even when they kind of had things go their way, like we were talking about earlier in the girls' game, it seemed like there was just a lid on the basket. Even when they got a shot to it, it just would not drop for them.
They did, and the Bulldogs had the recipe for success, really. I mean, the last time we saw that Mustang team struggle that much was their second game against Abilene, but then they did go on an 11-game win streak. So, you know, I'm not one for pregame superstitions, but we'll see what happens here tonight.
Absolutely right. So they got out to an 11-1 record, and then they struggled against Marysville. They attacked early, jumping out to a very quick 5-0 lead. It's kind of when things went south for the Mustangs. Bulldogs went back on a 15-point run of their own to take the lead, and they never looked back after that. Bulldogs had a 14-point lead at halftime. They were up 30-16. Really, that'd be the difference of the game. You know, Mustangs played pretty much closer in the second half. They exchanged a lot of baskets there, but that overtime or that halftime lead was just too much for the Mustangs to cut into, and it seemed like every time they went on a run, the Bulldogs had an answer.
And not only that, but that lead going into halftime, you would have coming out of halftime, you would have thought that the Mustangs were down 25. I mean, the Bulldogs kept three of the Mustangs in check, holding Dagan Medeska to 7, Brady Schneider to 5, and Coley Burgess just to 2 points. A 4A player to watch this year was held to 2 points. So not only that, but a big victory on the road for the Bulldogs. Led in scoring by Gavin Rose and Peter Martini with 8 points each. Martini hitting 2 3-pointers as they tried to go on a last-minute run. Also contributing for the Mustangs were Riker Zeller with 3 points, Trevor Christensen, Peyton McCarn, and David Wilkinson all with 2. So they'll look to kind of spread the wealth here tonight against the Bears.
Yeah, you know, Mustangs had opportunities. They had 13 takeaways, but they just couldn't convert on it. It seemed like every time they got a takeaway, they ended up turning it right back over. They ended up with 11 turnovers of their own, and we saw that numerous times. Like, get a good steal, try to go down, and, like, immediately turn the ball right back over before they even got a shot off. Even when the Mustangs got good looks, we talked about it, just that the ball just would not drop for them. They only shot 37% from the field. They were 14 of 38, and only 29% behind the arc, going 4 for 14. And like you talked about earlier, you know, 4A preseason player to watch in the state of Kansas, Coley Burgess. Well, him and Schneider were combined for a very uncharacteristic 2 for 14 from the field against Marysville. So, you know, it wasn't like they didn't have the chances. It just the buckets weren't falling for them when they did get it.
That game raised a lot of questions, but one of the answers was for the Bulldogs, led by Willow Tot with 18 points. Oddly enough, none of those are three-pointers. Getting it the old-fashioned way, if you will, Judd. Back, you know, in your game where the three-point line wasn't there yet. I'm just kidding. You weren't that old yet.
We got it. We got it by junior year. No, we actually had it. But he did have a couple old-fashioned three-point plays in that game.
He did. That was handled by the rally killer, Rhett Wurtenberger. Came off the bench for 9 points, all three-pointers. And all seemingly coming at the perfect time. Mustangs would spurt a little bit of a run, and he would hit the absolute dagger.
Yeah, and we cracked jokes about it when he first came in. It's like, man, you tell this guy's a three-point specialist. He was just camped out behind the line, waiting for the pass. And, you know, 3 out of 5 times when he got it, he nailed it. And you're absolutely right. It seemed like every one of them came in at an opportune time.
It reminds me of all the different type of shooters I played with in college. You know, you would have to be glued to them at the hip because you leave them any sort of space, it's going up and it's going in. Also contributing for the Bulldogs were Connor Lee with 9 points, Blake Spicer with 7, and 2 3-pointers of his own. Ty Mosier had 5 points, Brian Simmons with 4 points, Paxton Vogt with 2 points, and Garrett Haverkamp with 1.
Yeah, so with that victory, the Bulldogs moved to 9-8 on the season, while the Mustangs, I'll say moved to, I won't say dropped to 11-2 or 12-2. They moved to 12-2. Still a very respectable record. Of course, the Mustangs, number 7 in 4A. They don't have a whole lot of time to dwell on that loss, especially when you got the number 10 in the 3A and a 10-5 St. Mary Bears team coming into the Rock tonight. Bears, they got out to a hot start on the season alone. They were 9-1 at one point in time, but have had some tough games the last 2 weeks, losing 4 or 5 in that stretch with 2 losses to the Rossville Bulldogs. Tough loss to Riley County by 2, and then they lost to a very, very good 1A Centralia team that actually beat Marysville on Monday night. So Centralia had back-to-back games Monday and Tuesday, as did Marysville. Didn't seem to affect either one of those 2 teams on the second stretch of that anyways. So their one win in the last 5 games came against a struggling Silver Lake team.
And, you know, this Mustang team reminds me of a lot of Mustang teams we've seen in the past. You know, they have a bunch of gamers. They have a bunch of guys ready to rock. A lot of those, you know, they have 6, 7, 8 guys who are ready to rock off the bench. Last time these 2 teams met was on December 12th. The Mustangs came out on top with a 77-71 shootout. So tonight we should be in for another treat and another shootout. But both these teams have shown some offensive woes in the last few weeks. After 3 straight trips to the state tournament in 2A, St. Mary's road back maybe a little tougher with the jump to 3A.
Yeah, so they've actually gone, I think it's 4 out of the last 5 years that they've been, of course it's been 2A, but yeah, so far in the regular season, they're playing a lot of the same teams, but they are in a very, very tough 3A. Of course, they're sitting number 2 right now in that 3A sub-state, but they got the number 1 overall 3A team in the state of Kansas in Beloit sitting there. And of course, you know, they also have Rossville, who they've lost twice to. They're sitting right there, right with them. I think at 10-6. Silver Lake's at 10-6. So,
and before we get to the next point, I just want to say, how about a kind of a resurgence for Beloit? You know, they're dipping back into their early 2000s run here a little bit with the number 1 team in 3A.
Yeah, and if I remember right, I feel like they had a pretty long run in 2A football this last year as well.
They did.
So, you know, hats off to Beloit. You know, growing up out in western Kansas, I mean, you kind of go through cycles. It seems like it's hard to have a sustained program year in and year out and have those athletes coming in. But, you know, every once in a while you get a group of athletes that kind of come together and they all gel at the right time in schools like that. And it's always fun to watch. And if you're, you know, a fan of one of those towns and one of those schools, or you live there, by all means, you should get out and enjoy that ride, because it doesn't happen very often. So when it does, take full advantage of it.
And much like the gauntlet of the Big 12, we talk about these 4A rankings. With the Mustangs loss on Tuesday, don't think they'll fall out of the rankings, but they could look to progress in the rankings with a win tonight, as McPherson is first 15-0, followed by Atchison at 13-1. Number 3, Circle. Number 4, Hugoton 14-2. Fort Scott, number 5, 12-4. 6, Abilene, who gave the Mustangs first loss of the season, as we saw this second home game, 13-2. Then Rock Creek right below them, 12-2, followed by Chanute, 12-3. Ottawa, 11-5. Baldwin, 12-3. So, like we said, the 4A is a juggernaut this year.
Yeah, Mustangs bounce back with a win tonight. I don't think they'll move in the rankings. I don't think they'll fall out of the rankings because of that one loss. I mean, you got Pratt sitting out there at 12-3. They could move into the rankings. But below that, I mean, really, you've got a bunch of 5 and 6 loss teams. I don't see a lot of those coming back in. I'm actually surprised it took the Mustangs that long to get back into the rankings with only 1 loss. But, you know, rankings week to week are great. They're great for us to talk about. They're great for the coaches to kind of look at and for the fans to look at. But ultimately, that's not what the goal is. That goal is to make the state tournament. And ultimately, that goal is to win the state tournament. I think right now, we probably both have our own picks, but I think for me right now, I think McPherson, after coming in as a runner-up last year to Hugoton, I think they're the team to beat this year in 4A.
Well, definitely. I mean, look at how much the 4A rankings have changed. Like you said, we're 2A. We're 2/3 away through the season. I'm pretty sure a way early rankings had Bishop Miege as number 1, and then they had Hugoton at 3, and then McPherson at 2. So many teams are jumping in and around that top 10. So it'll be fun to see down the stretch who can make a run at the state title this year.
All right, well, speaking of the stretch, let's talk about it. We got about 1:20 left to go to tip-off. Let's look at our routes to victory for tonight's game. Routes to Victory brought to you by Max Motors of Manhattan. Max Motors, worth the drive from anywhere. For the Rock Creek Mustangs, I say keep playing as a team. They kind of fell off of that on Tuesday night. They need to get back to playing as a team. Next player up, we talk about a deep bench. Somebody's having an off night. Coley Burgess has an off night. Next player's got to be able to step up and do it. And you got to keep playing that final buzzer. Regardless of what the score is, you got to keep going. And
for the Bears, it'll be find that offense. We saw so many teams that have come in here. They gave the Mustangs a run for the money. You're able to control the pace. Keep playing tough defense. If they can limit it, Coley Burgess, Brady Schneider to under 5 points again tonight, they can come out with a win and seal off the rebounder. No second chance points. That's how Dagan Vedeska lives on the offensive end. Sometimes he gets those second chance buckets. So the Bears will look to limit him there. We'll take a short intermission for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this.
So the Rock Creek Varsity Choir singing the national anthem. We've heard some solos, some duets.
I was going to say, we've been spoiled with covers of the national anthem.
Yeah, we really have been. No, we need guitars to come out and give us a Jimi Hendrix rendition.
There we go. Or, I mean, it reminds me of, I can't remember what year that was in the Super Bowl, but Whitney Houston did the national anthem. I mean, it's up there with that. I mean, we've been spoiled here. Starting lineups tonight for the Bears, number 2, a 5'6" junior, Brady Hurla. For the Mustangs, a 6' senior, number 0, Trevor Christensen. For the Bears, number 10,
that's going to be Ben DeVader.
That'll be Ben DeVader. For the Mustangs, number 13, 6' senior, Dagan Vedeska. For the Bears, number 11, a 6'3" junior, Superior Jackson. For the Mustangs, number 23, a 6'1" junior, Riker Zeller. For the Bears, number 33, a 6'4" junior, Howie Rizak. And for the Mustangs, a 6'3" senior, number 24, Brady Schneider.
Also starting for the Bears, it's going to be number 15, Nate Hutley. St. Mary's Bears is coached by former K-State Wildcat Will Spradling. And Rock Creek Mustangs, of course, coached by former Valley Heights High School player Justin Smith.
Just want to throw back to week 1. How cool is that we got to see a brother matchup between Justin Smith and his brother?
That's pretty cool. I wonder if they're still talking about it. They're probably not talking about it. They're both probably moved on.
No, he got bragging rights for a day probably.
Maybe the weekend. I think it's a Friday night game. If they had a family dinner on Sunday, he probably got a little rousing, but after that.
Yep.
Mustangs going to have a tough one tonight. Keep an eye on number 2, Hurla. I cracked a joke last year. One thing you can always expect with St. Mary's is a well-coached team and a Hurla playing. He will be the player to watch as the leading scorer. Any of these Bears could shoot from behind the three-point line with the exception of probably number 33, Rezak.
Tip will go to the Bears. Hurla gets the offense set up for the Bears here. Here's Rezak on the handoff to Brady Hurla. Floater won't go. And possession arrow will go to the Mustangs.
Oh, K-State was missed. Number 3, Coley Burgess, also starting for the Mustangs. That came up in a comment. Coley Burgess looking for a bounce back after Tuesday night. Only 2 points in the night.
Schneider fires a 3. Got it. Mustangs strike first off the 3-point bomb from Brady Schneider. Already halfway to his points that he scored on Tuesday night there, Judd. Here's Hutley over to DeVader. Back to DeVader. Here is Jackson. Fires a 3 of his own. Won't go. Rebound Rezak. Goes up. He'll be fouled and head to the line for 2.
Foul's going to be on Riker Zeller. That's his first foul, first team foul. Rezak knocking down the first one. Rezak's a 6'4" junior.
Second free throw for Rezak rattles home. 1 point lead for the Mustangs.
Mustangs showing a slightly different look. Christensen bringing the ball up, trying to get Burgess kind of off to the side in the 2 spot as a shooter as opposed to being the primary ball handler.
Here's Burgess now over to Christensen in the corner. Pump fakes, jumper, won't go. Rebound Rezak. And we've kind of seen Trevor Christensen step into that point guard role for the Mustangs. The offense used to run through Coley Burgess, and now they rely on Trevor Christensen to get things set up.
Yeah, especially if there's not a full court press or any kind of pressure by the opposing team. It allows Christensen to kind of come up, relax, set, have Burgess set off the ball and be able to move and use the picks and screens.
Nice pass from DeVader into Rezak. Lead to the Bears now, 4-3, 6:16 to play. Here's Burgess in the corner, and they are going to get Brady Hurla with the foul. That'll be his first, team first. Coley Burgess to inbound on the baseline. Quick pass into Schneider. He'll be fouled. Head to the line for 2. They're either going to get Cyprian Jackson or Rezak on the foul.
Looks like it's going to be Nate Hudley.
Nate Hudley. So that'll be the second foul for the Bears. Brady Schneider at the line for 2. First free throw, no good for Schneider. Second free throw is good. And we are all tied up at 4. Here's Hutley on the wing. Draws the double team. Pass controlled by Rezak, gets it back to Hutley. And 3 seconds in the lane called on Cyprian Jackson. So Mustangs already coming out with a little more urgency than they did on Tuesday night. Came out a little flat, a little stagnant.
Yeah, they know they got to get off to a better start. I mean, they got off to a red-hot start for the first minute of the game against Marysville and then kind of cooled down after that.
Pull-up jumper, no good from Burgess. Here's Hurla. on the kick out to DeVader. Here's Hurla guarded by Christensen. Well defended by Christensen, going to get him on the foul. That'll be his first, team second. 5:23 to play.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coley Burgess is chomping at the bit to get off the O for Schneid. He currently is 0 for his last 9 shots. He was 0 for 8 against Marysville.
Not only that, but Trevor Christensen in quick foul trouble on Tuesday night too, picking up 3 fouls that kind of hurt the Mustangs defensively there in that first quarter. In pass to Christensen. Burgess throws it away. Possession arrow will go to the Bears.
Yeah, and that kind of forced Burgess back into the 1 role as well, so he wasn't able to make moves off of the ball. He was a primary ball handler when Christensen got in foul trouble. So
Zach Summers checking in for the Bears. Hurla gets the offense set up. Here's the pass over to DeVader. Now to number 3. That's Gallegos. Gets the 3-point bucket to go. 3-point lead for the Bears. Here's Venduska. Pump fakes, drives in. Floater won't go. Bodies are on the floor. Bears come away with it. Here's Hurla driving in. Goes in on Schneider. Gets the end 1 bucket to go. Brady Hurla coast to coast. Biggest lead of the game for the Bears. Would not be denied there, Judd. Coast to coast.
yeah, and it looked like pretty good position by Schneider, but he was kind of falling back by the time the contact was made, and that's probably what got the blocking foul called, instead of staying upright until he was hit. But we've talked about it many times. Sometimes those can go anyway.
Hurla can't get the free throw to go. Not only that, but I think the positioning was good, but I think he was just a little too low there too. Here's Rosa. Back to Burgess. Burgess drives in. He'll be fouled on the floor. And we talked a little bit on the broadcast Tuesday with next year shot clock coming to high school basketball. Curious to see about how long till we get the charge arc in there as well.
Yeah, that's really, to me, I think a more important thing to do before the shot clock, because anybody can actually do that without having to spend a lot of money or find an additional technical worker on the bench.
Here's Burgess, fires a 3, won't go. Rebound, Schneider. Second chance bucket's good. 96 your score, 3:43 remaining. But not only that, it makes it easier on the officials and the fans, you know. So, and us up here in the booth too as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Should point out that Hurla picked up his second foul there on that end, so 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Hurla already with 2 fouls for the Bears.
Here's DeVader over to Summers. Inside to Gallegos. DeVader for 3, won't go. Rebound Summers. Back out to DeVader. He gets the offense reset for the Bears. Mustangs looking to trap that entry pass on the wing. Nice floater inside for number 23, Zach Sommers. Pass inside to Zeller. Pump fakes. Goes up. Not close. Back to Schneider. To Burgess. Drives in. Floater. Got it. Nice move inside by number 3, Coley Burgess. 11-8 your score. 2:40 remaining here, first quarter. Steal by Venduska, and they're going to get Hurla with the foul. That trap on the wing paying dividends for the Mustangs. It's almost like they go from a 1-3-1 just a trap and then back to a man-to-man matchup. So, well, that's a little bit of a football play calling scheme right there for the Mustangs. Peter Martini checking in. That'll take us to our first break in the action, which will be brought to you by Shortstop, offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, Westmoreland. No matter where you're going or how long it takes to get there, I'll always have time for a shortstop. Three-point lead for the Bears here early on in this. Isaiah Dobbins, Judd McCormick here from Flush, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll get involved again here. Had a little technical difficulties with my phone equipment.
Pull a Tom Brady and just, throw it or
chuck it.
But it's Apple, so you can't do that. He only did that with Microsoft tablets. Here's Burgess on the drive, draws a double team. Out to Wilkinson, back to Burgess. He'll fire a three. Got it. We're all tied up at 11 off the three-pointer from Coley Burgess. Martini guarding DeVader. I've seen that matchup a time or two. Here's Gallegos on the drive. Back to DeVader. DeVader going to work on Martini. Pass over to Hutley. Jackson on the drive, inside Rezac. Nice move inside for the easy two.
Tough defend, got it to his outside hand and just up and over the defender.
Bears back up on top by 2. Here's Schneider on the pass to Rosa. Rosa drives baseline, kicks it to Burgess, fires another three, won't go. Rebound will go to Gallegos of the Bears. Skip pass to Gallegos. Now to Jackson. Jackson driving to his left, hop step, loses it, stolen by Burgess. Skip pass ahead to Martini. Martini goes up with it, he'll be fouled and head to the line for 2. A minute and 6 remaining here. A minute to 6. Well past 6 o'clock. It's currently 8:08 on the dot.
Yeah, good job by Burgess there, getting his hand into the crossover, knocking the ball away and finding Martini down. And wasn't able to quite get the shot off it. Hutley picking up his second foul.
Martini's first free throw is good. 1 point lead for the Bears. Martini's second free throw is good. Already 3 ties here early this evening. Minute to play here, first quarter. Full court pressure coming from the Mustangs. DeVader gets the offense set up for the Bears. There's Jackson over to Rezac. Now over to Hutley inside. Jackson gets it back. Can't get it to go. Pass ahead to McCarn, 45 seconds remaining. Good ball movement here by the Mustangs. Wilkinson on the drive, back out to Martini. Martini drives in. Nice pass inside to Wilkinson. Gets the bucket to go. Mustangs back on top by 2.
Great entry pass there by Martini. And a steal just now by Rosa.
Floater can't go for Rosa. Rebound Rezac. They're going to have a foul. Hold on here. I thought they were getting the Mustangs over the back. They're going to get Rezac with the foul. That'll be team 5th. Taking Meduska to the line for 2. Really thought Rezac established the post position to come away with that one. I thought they'd get the Mustangs with over the back there.
Yeah,
interesting call there by the official.
Coach Bradley's trying to get an explanation of how that happened as well.
First free throw for Meduska goes in. Mustangs tie their largest lead of the game. Trevor Christensen checking back in for the Mustangs. So an action-packed first half here at the Rock.
Yeah, 22.9 left to go here in the first quarter.
Meduska 2 of 2 on free throws. Biggest lead of the game for the Mustangs. Cyprian Jackson pull up 3. Won't go. Rebound McCarn, 14 seconds remaining. Pass ahead to Martini. Nice save inside to Wilkinson. Gets the layup. 4 seconds remaining. DeVader ahead to Rezac. Jackson won't get the last second shot off. After one, Mustangs lead by 6 in their largest lead of the game. So Mustangs going on a 6-0 run there to close out the first half, or first quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, and they needed that really badly. So while we got this break in the action, let's go ahead and get to the first Bandit Brain Teaser. What is the Kansas High School boys record for most three-pointers in a game? Is it A, 11, B, 12, C, 13, D, 14? We'll have that answer coming up for you here just a little bit later. We're going to get to Faith Furniture. Faith Furniture serving the Manhattan and surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience to share with all of their customers. If you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or just looking for that perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you've got to have Faith. '13 Mustangs here at the end of the first quarter over the Bears.
And like we saw last Tuesday, I keep wanting to say for last week for some reason, but what we saw on Tuesday with Marysville coming in here and now St. Mary's on the road, these 3A teams really, you got to give them their flowers. I mean, coming in here to a 4A matchup and giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, I've often thought there's not a huge difference in basketball between a 2A, 3A, and a 4A, or even a 1A to a 2A. The good teams are good regardless.
Nice floater inside for Coley Burgess. Now 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Here's Summers guarded by Venduska. Over to Rezac. Finds Hurla. Hurla drawing the double team. Over to DeVader. DeVader going to work on Zeller. Jumper. Won't go. Rebound Rezac. Goes up. Can't get the second chance bucket. Rebound Schneider. 7:15 to play. Coach Bradling not happy with the officiating here this evening. Rightfully so. I mean,
well, he knows in order to have an opportunity for his team to win, he needs about the most neutral calling as he could get, or maybe a couple breaks go his way even.
Right. Here's Hurla off the screen from Rezac. Well defended by Venduska. Pull-up jumper for number 3. That's Gallegos. Won't go. Rebound Sommers. Back out to DeVader. Here's Gallegos going to work on Schneider. Sommers top of the key going to work on Burgess. Nice move inside. He'll be fouled. That'll be Bear basketball on the baseline.
It's going to be on Riker Zeller. That's going to be his second foul.
Team first of the quarter. Lob pass almost stolen by the Mustangs. And possession arrow will go to the Mustangs.
Number 23, Somers for St. Mary's, has missed a few games. Still trying to get his legs back under him from being out. Coach Spradling said they've been dealing with a lot of sickness and a lot of stuff in the teams, trying to keep everybody healthy right now, and everybody's still trying to kind of get back in their groove. But defensively was really the biggest reason why they struggled down the last few weeks.
Coley Burgess loses the handle. Throws it out to Riker Zeller. Riker Zeller pull-up jumper, got it. And I agree with you there, Judd. No matter the injury or sickness, coming back first game, it's tough to get your legs back under. You just feel a bit of a funk.
Yeah, and I mean, conditioning is such a huge thing in this sport as well. So I imagine they're going to try to limit the amount of minutes he has tonight.
Rebound Rezac. It's going to be a foul on the Mustangs. That'll go on number 0, Trevor Christensen, his second, team second.
Number 4, Rosa checking into the game for Christensen.
10-point lead here for the Mustangs. 5:40 remaining here, second quarter. Hurla gets the offense set up. In pass to Jackson. Back out to DeVader, fires a three, got it. Cuts the lead down to 7, 5:20 remaining. Pass ahead to Burgess. Now to Schneider, he'll try his hand at a three, got it. The answer, Brady Schneider with a three-pointer of his own. 1 for 2 tonight from downtown.
Yeah, him and Burgess both looking more like their normal selves, kind of feeling more confident, looking confident, catching that ball smoothly into the shot.
Pass aside to Rezak, gather dribble, post move's good. Eight-point lead for the Mustangs.
That's a tough matchup for Schneider on Rezak. I'd probably like to see Venduska on him. A little bit stronger of a player to help push him off that post a little bit. He's kind of manhandling Schneider right now down on the block.
Burgess tries his hand at a three, won't go. Second chance rebound for the Mustangs. Schneider drives in, pump fakes, throws it up. Burgess somehow comes away with it and gets the third chance bucket to go. And Coach Spradling wants a timeout. Lead back up to 10 for the Mustangs.
30-second timeout's going to be brought to you by Farmer State Bank.
Farmer State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you have a student looking for financial independence and get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmer State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account, plus $25 cash each semester with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of their 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmer State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. So,
should we get to the answer of the brain teaser before we go too far? While we're thinking about it still, almost forgot to ask the question. What is the Kansas High School boys' individual record for most three-pointers in a game? Is it 11, 12, 13, or 14? That answer is going to be C, 13. Oddly enough, 13 three-pointers set just last year by Keller Hurla of St. Mary's.
Steph Curry who?
Yeah. Brady Hurla's older brother, I believe, who last I knew is playing football at Washburn Ichabods, I believe.
Another one of the Hurla brothers as well went on to play at my alma mater, Manhattan Christian College. Cyprian Jackson going to work on Rosa. Back out to Hurla. Hurla gather dribble. Nice pass to Jackson in the corner. He'll fire a three. Won't go. Rebound Venduska. 3:40 remaining here, second quarter. Zeller fires a corner three, wide open, buries it. Largest lead of the game for the Mustangs.
That's Zeller's spot. He could sit in that corner all day and chop those three-pointers.
3-point buckets for the Mustangs. A lot less forced here this evening. Called
an offensive foul on.
That'll go on Cyprian Jackson. Back to what I was saying earlier, though, the Mustangs getting good looks in transition here. A lot of the times, you know, they settle for the three. Right now, they're just taking what the defense can give them.
Yeah, and we got 3 minutes left to go in halftime, and they've already just about matched their point total from Tuesday night. So the offense is working much better tonight than it did on Tuesday. Key is, we talked about you got to play to the very end. The Bears team's not going to go away. Much like the girls game, we saw the Mustang girls didn't quit playing, and they got back into that game late.
Rosa from deep this time. 16-point lead for the Mustangs. Hurla draws a double team, kicks it over to Sommers. Sommers looking for Jackson inside. DeVader fires a three of his own. Won't go. Rebound will go to Schneider. Schneider ahead to Burgess. Burgess driving in. Can't get the layup to go. And possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs. 2:26 to play here, second quarter.
A lot of action going back and forth. Very exciting game to watch. Good to see the Mustangs offense going a little bit stronger. Defense is playing really, really well too, but Bears have struggled a little bit from the outside. They kind of live and die by that three-pointer at times.
Here's Burgess. Back to Martini. Over to Schneider. Schneider gets things set up for the Mustangs. 2 minutes to play here, second quarter.
Taking some time off the clock, settling in, let their offense run a little bit, catch their breath.
Nice pass inside from Burgess to Schneider. $18-point lead now for the Mustangs. Here's Summers guarded by Wilkinson. Now up to Rezak. Back to Herla. Herla drawing the double team. Summers in the corner. Well defended by Wilkinson. Here's Gallegos.
Peter Martini is just mirroring Herla right now. He doesn't even care where the ball's at. Wherever Herla is at, he's basically attached to him.
Summers will be fouled. That'll be the Mustangs' third foul of the quarter. That one will go on Rosa, his first. Cyprian Jackson checking back in for the Bears. Minute 23 to play here, second quarter.
Not a bad thing to do with Hurley. He's averaging 22 points a game, so you take him out of the equation, and that's a big lift on your end.
Good look for the Bears as Gallegos hits the three. 15-point lead now for the Mustangs. Here's Rosa, tries hand at another one, can't go. Rebound Wilkinson. Can't get the second chance bucket, but he'll be fouled and head to the line for two. Foul will go on the Bears. Second foul of the quarter. That'll go on number 11 of the Bears. That's Cyprian Jackson, his second. First foul for Wilkinson won't go.
Just a minute left to go and a half. It's been a very quick half of basketball.
It has. Peyton McCarn and Dagan Meduska checking in for the Mustangs. Wilkinson's second free throw is good. 1 minute remaining here, second quarter. Here's Herla on the drive, draws the triple team. Rezak and Wilkinson are on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball possession error. We'll stay with the Bears. 48.6 seconds remaining, 37-21 your score.
Yeah, see if they go back inside to number 33 right now. Just try to get some points in the paint. Make the defense collapse in on him, and that'll open up your three-point shooters a little bit more.
Cyprian Jackson hits the three.
Gonna have a 20-second timeout there taken by the Bears. That timeout's gonna be brought to you by Little Apple Quality Homes. Little Apple Quality Homes is your source for manufactured, modular, and mobile homes. Little Apple Quality Homes is a leader in manufactured homes in Kansas, locally owned and operated in Manhattan, with a combined 54 years in the business. They are dedicated professionals that are ready to assist you with your new home. Little Apple Quality Homes carry Skyline, Schultz, and Clayton Homes, some of the best built, most respected names in the industry. Visit Little Apple Quality Homes today at littleapplequalityhomes.com. So 54 years in the business.
That's older than I am.
Yeah, Justin and Todd are old like me. That's a combined 54 years between the two of them.
So 13-point lead here, 35 seconds remaining. Last shot territory here for the Mustangs. Burgess guarded by Hutley.
Yeah, I'm guessing at about probably 8 seconds. They already have their moves set up, ready to go. I'm going to be looking for number 4, probably off the wing over there on Rosa.
I was going to say they're going to look to get an isolation here for Burgess or try to set up one of their shooters in the corner. There it is. Rosa, three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Rebound Hutley. Heave for DeVader. Off the backboard after 2 quarters of play. 37-24 your score. Mustangs lead by 13 heading into halftime. We will take a short intermission and we will get some halftime recaps for you as well as our second Bandit Brain Teaser. Don't go anywhere, folks. More high school basketball action coming up. And for your halftime entertainment this evening, we will have the Mustang Cheer Squad with a dance routine, but due to Facebook copyrights, we can not play the music, so we'll just have our copyright music going on in the background. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Judd McCormick, Isaiah Dobbins here at the Rock. Mustangs led by as much as 18 at one point, only leading by 13 now, 37-24 your halftime score.
Trying to do some quick math there right quick. I'm no good with math.
I'm not either. That's why I married a math teacher.
Don't
tell my wife I said that.
Welcome everybody back. Backroads Broadcasting here. So a little bit of a recap of the first half scoring. Like Isaiah said, Mustangs up 37-24. They did have a bigger lead. Had an opportunity there to get another three right at the end. Just didn't quite fall for the Mustangs. But leading the way for the Mustangs is going to be number 24, Brady Schneider with 11. Number 3, Coley Burgess with 9. So both those two, we talked about it in the pregame. I believe I said they were 2 for 16 or 2 for 14 in the last game. They are back at it nice and strong. 5 points each. Number 23, Riker Zeller. Number 33, David Wilkinson. Gavin Rosa, number 4, chipping in for 3. Number 13, Dagan Videska. Number 1, Peter Martini, both with 2 points there in the first half. For the Bears, they're being led by number 33, Howie Rizak, basically 8 points, all of them coming inside the paint. He got a couple of free throws. Number 3, Alex Gallegos with 6. Number 10, Ben DeVader. Number 11, Cyprian Jackson with 3. And then number 2, Brady Hurla. Number 23, Zach Somers with 2 apiece. So talked about Brady Hurla coming in tonight's game, averaging about 22 points a game. DeVader averaging about 10 points a game. Zach Somers has been averaging in double digits as well, but he's been out for a couple games, so he's trying to get his legs back under him. So, and Brady Hurla has been kept in check, much like Burgess was on Tuesday night. And we saw a couple times out there, Peter Martini, he did not care where the ball was. He basically was just a mirror image to Hurla wherever he went, anywhere on the court.
Right. And not only that, but, I mean, we look at some of the scores here. I mean, Mustangs, there's only been 2 lead changes this game. The Bears led early on. The Mustangs then came back and sprung out to an 18-point lead. So they really just haven't looked back. And honestly, completely different team that we saw Tuesday night. I mean, they're coming out on both ends with aggression and passion. And like you said, I mean, I think defense kind of tells the story of the first half, really. The Mustangs controlled rebounds and played great perimeter defense.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's 2 different teams that we've seen. I didn't get to see the first matchup between the two. I kind of wondered how high-scoring a game this was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be a 77-71 type shootout because both offenses have been struggling a little bit. I don't foresee the Bears' offense continuing to struggle. I don't think 24 is going to match half of what they ended up with. I bet they're still probably going to end up in the mid-50s at least. So I think if you're the Mustangs, really your focus right now is they're going to get their points in the second half, so you want to make sure you're getting yours. So, I think your goal for the game is you want to put up at least another 30 so you get into that higher 60s. Going to be real hard for the Bears to put up, 40-plus points in a half. But it's possible. Mustangs put up 37 in the first half of this, but I think you keep playing your defense. You keep shadowing Hurla like you've been doing. You force the other teams to do it. Let Plezak have a paint shot here or there. You'll trade 2 for 2s the rest of the game. You're fine with that.
But not only that, but I would think that especially for the Bears to get the offense going a little bit, I'd like to see them start with just a high pick and roll. That'll eliminate that trap on the wing. That'll get Rizak more involved, and that'll get your shooters more involved too. So we'll see what they talked about at halftime.
Well, it's a little confusing, too. At times it almost looks like the Mustangs are in a zone, but they're not really in a zone. They're kind of in a matchup. But I wouldn't be surprised to see, and you don't see it very often anymore. You see it a lot when I play, but I would not be shocked to see a box and one where they're just shadowing Hurla everywhere they went. Just let the other 4 guys focus in the lane. We have a lot of 3-point shooters with the St. Mary's Bears, but make a lot of them step up and have them hit a couple of them before you start worrying about it. But again, you've only got a 13-point lead, but you got the ball to start the second half.
Right, and not only that, but, people think that a box and one or a triangle and 2 is mainly for your best players. We got a Farmer State bank shot kicking off the third quarter. But really, you could throw a triangle and 2 or a box and 1 at any player on the floor as far as a matchup standpoint. But the Mustangs are really controlling the perimeter right now on defense. Here's Hutley. Back to DeVader. Back to Hutley. And DeVader saves it. Nice pass inside to Rizak. Power dribble. Layup won't go. Rebound Schneider.
And right on cue, they actually came out in a diamond and one, so they're in a 1-2-1 basically zone with the rest, and they're just shadowing Hurla wherever he goes. Who ended up getting that rebound for the Mustangs?
Oh, Schneider. Schneider inside. Gets the bucket to go and one opportunity for Brady Schneider.
They're going to wave that off. They're going to call him a charge.
Justin Smith not happy with the call there. Go a little more movement. DeVader, corner three. There we go. Nothing but net for Ben DeVader for three. And that was the thing that was kind of killing the momentum of the Bears offense. They were really stagnant, but ball movement didn't allow the Mustangs to get set up in that diamond and one and hit DeVader for the open three.
Yeah, so I thought that last bucket by Schneider was a three-pointer. Turns out it's just a two, so had to go back and correct that. But, yeah, I think the Bears right now, they're going to be looking from that three-point line. We talked about somebody else going to have to step up and do it. But, you know, DeVader's probably the second leading scorer on the team. He's more than up for the challenge. So if they're going to shadow Hurla will go ahead and kick him out and leave him open.
Here's Schneider on the drive. Skip pass over to Christensen. Christensen drives in. Here's Burgess guarded by Hutley. Burgess directing traffic, 6 minutes to play. Christensen driving, draws the double team, back out to Schneider. Now to Zeller. Zeller drives in, back out to Schneider. He fires a three, won't go. Rebound Rezak. Here's Hurla now, splitting the double team. Driving to the corner, skip pass over to DeVader, back to Cyprian Jackson. Finds Hutley. Hutley will line up a three. Won't go. Hutley gets his own rebound. Into Rezak, power dribble. Floater, no good. Rebound Schneider. Ahead to Venduska. Layup's good.
So Venduska tried that in the last one, and he forgot to box his man out. Gave St. Mary's a second chance opportunity. I know they want to fly, but you still got to secure the board before you can push the ball up the court. So regardless of where you're at, if you're on defense, you got to put your body on somebody to get them boxed out.
Here's DeVader. Venduska tries to draw the charge. DeVader hits. DeVader heating up, back-to-back three-pointers for Ben DeVader. And on that backside, the Mustangs starting that trap. Burgess answers with a three of his own. But what I was getting ready to say is the Mustangs have that first initial trap on the wing. There's a lot of stagnant and not a lot of motion for this Bears offense.
Oh, we want to thank Sarah Nelson for donating on Venmo, loving Rock Creek High School journalism. She probably really loves the camera boy right now as well, her son Dylan running the camera for us.
That'll go on Venduska, his first, team second of the quarter. Brady Hurla to inbound. Inside to Rezak, now over to Hutley. Gonna have a kick ball there, no call. Cyprian Jackson off the pass to Rezak. Can't get the layup to go.
Oh, Rezak's down. I think he rolled his ankle just a little bit. We'll see at what point in time there's a stoppage in play.
Venduska goes up with the layup, can't go. Bodies are on the floor. And Coach Justin Smith calls a timeout.
Yeah, he saw the player back, so good job by Coach Smith using a 30-second timeout to make sure that the injured St. Mary's player could get off the court. Refs said weren't stopping the game until the possession turns back over. Kind of a tough situation to be in. That 30-second timeout, though, we're going to bring that to you by, let's go Liming Productions.
Based out of St. George, Kansas, Liming Productions is your source for five-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all of your special moments and compile the story you'll want to watch over and over. Liming Productions, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions.
So that's going to be a big blow to the St. Mary's Bears. The place that can't come back in. Looked like he was kind of came down wrong on his ankle. I don't see if he stepped on a foot or anything that kind of rolled it, but he immediately grabbed his ankle when he came down. It's probably one of the most common injuries in basketball, especially for a big man that's going up underneath. There's so many bodies, so many feet to come down on.
Pass into Venduska, can't get the bucket to go. I think a little bit of a frustration foul there for Venduska. Can't come away with the easy score. So that'll be he'll pick up a quick second foul, team third of the quarter. Group substitution coming in for the Mustangs. Here's Herla on the drive. DeVader in the corner, driving. Kicks it out to Summers. Summers
So
back to Gallegos.
With Plesac out, Mustangs back in a man-to-man defense.
Just through the legs of Cyprian Jackson. That'll be a turnover for the Bears. Gavin Rosa, David Wilkinson, and Peter Martini checking in for the Mustangs. And going to what I said earlier, you know, that kind of stagnant by the Bears off that initial trap. If they just have a cut towards the middle, that'll kind of free things up, either a shooter to the corner or dump it inside.
Yeah, I think that probably drives me more insane than anything else as an ex-player and ex-coach is just players standing around, especially, you know, on the offensive side. You kind of, I know they always tell you that's where you take your break and take your rest, but if you're just standing there, you're letting the defense get rest as well. So you want some kind of movement. It backs, you know, back picks, back screens, anything like that, but constantly moving your feet and don't just stand on one spot.
Here's Burgess driving in. Skip pass over to Rosa. Now to Schneider. 2:59 remaining here. Here's Rosa driving to his left. Jumper won't go. Rebound for number 10, Ben DeVader. Here's DeVader on the drive. Hop step, kicks it out to Gallegos. He fires a three. Won't go. Rebound Wilkinson. 2:30 remaining. Schneider on the drive, kicks it out to Rosa. Rosa fires a three. Got it. 17-point lead now for the Mustangs, 47-30. 2:20 remaining here, third quarter. Here's DeVader, fires a three. Got it. That's 3 for 3 this quarter for Ben DeVader. 14-point lead for the Mustangs.
What a shout out from Wyoming, watching from the Rock tonight.
Rosa fires a three of his own. This time can't get it to go. Rebound tip to Schneider. Power dribble, goes up, gets the and one opportunity. Nice move inside. Rizak looking to check back in for the Bears. Good to see him back on his feet. Let's say rolled ankles and then jam fingers are usually like I would say top two injuries for basketball.
Yeah, it's really good to see him back in the game. It's going to be maybe hobbling just a little bit, but I think just having him back out there is probably a presence of mind for the rest of the team to know that he's still sticking it out with them.
Schneider can't convert the and one opportunity. You know, jam fingers are one of those things too. It's like when someone slides on the floor and you can hear the skin movement on the floor. When you hear the ball hit a jam finger, everybody just kind of stops and admires and horror. They're like, oh my goodness. Here's DeVader. Heat check three. Can't get it to go. Rebound Rosa.
Yeah, I think probably one of the most common injuries for me is that my thumb on my shooting hand a lot of times got hit so many times and pushed backwards. I think I wore a splint on my thumb on my shooting hand probably about a third of the games I played in high school.
Here's Rosa, fires a corner three. Can't get it to go. Rebound by McCarn. Martini on the drive, out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson drives in. He'll be fouled on the floor, and it'll be Mustang basketball on the baseline. That'll go on number 33, Howie Rizak, his second, team third.
Dwayne and Diane Christensen from Casey, Wyoming. Been watching tonight's game. Thanks for joining us here on Backroads Broadcasting.
McCarn tries to get it into Venduska. The knocked away possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs.
Looks like Rezak's ankle's loosening up a little bit more and more that he gets to walk on it. When he first came back out, maybe it's the adrenaline, something else. He was a little slow, but now I think he's kind of got his full mobility back going again.
Back into largely the game for the Mustangs. Here's Sommers, guarded by Wilkinson. 35 seconds remaining. Over to Rezak. Has it poked away by Martini. Possession arrow will stay with the Bears. Trevor Christensen checks back in for the Mustangs.
.25 seconds left to go here in the third period. So I guess it's going to be a foul on Martini maybe.
That'll be Martini's first, team fourth.
I think what you got to like for the Mustangs, you look over on the bench right now, you got Burgess and Schneider able to take a break and get a breather because the Mustangs defense is doing such a good job. Right on cue, Wilkinson with the steal.
Ahead to McCarn. Skip pass over to Christensen. 10 seconds remaining. Martini driving to his left, kicks it to Christensen. Three won't go. After 3 quarters of play, 51-33 your score. Mustangs lead by 18.
This break in the action is going to be brought to you by Shortstop. Offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve, you'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials, the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you're going or how long it takes to get there, you're always going to have time for a Shortstop.
This break in the action is brought to you by Faith Furniture as well. Serving Manhattan and the surrounding area since 1952, Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience to share with all their customers. If you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or if you're just looking for the perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you got to have faith.
Yeah, maybe we should go ahead and jump into that Knicks Bandit brain teaser question here before we run out of time. This game's going to go fast. What is the most overtime periods ever played in the Kansas High School boys game? Talked about the girls game earlier, boys game. Is it A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, D, 8? We'll have that answer for you in our next break in the action. Feel free to guess. Christensen family listening in from Wyoming.
You know, I would, but I just don't want to put my perfect record on the line, you know. For those of you that tuned in basketball season, you know I've gotten all the Bandit brain teasers correct.
Yeah, that was me choking on my saliva as I was trying not to laugh.
Hurla fires a three, won't go. Rebound, DeVader. Inside to Rezak, guarded by Schneider, back to DeVader. He fires a three. Can't get it to go. Ooh. Rebound between Cyprian Jackson and Burgess.
That was a good call. That was actually a little scary there. Both players, their arms kind of twisted back behind them. I don't think either one of them could see the ball, but both of them had their hands on it. Jump ball going Mustangs' way.
So Bears coming out with some full court pressure here. Fourth quarter, 7:30 remaining. Well broken by the Mustangs. Passes to Burgess, fires a three, won't get it to go. Rebound tipped out to Schneider. Nice pass inside to Venduska. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Cyprian Jackson. Nice pass inside to Hurla. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound will go to Schneider.
Yeah, that was a really good look there. They found Schneider or Hurla on the backdoor cut, just couldn't quite get it to go. Nobody was on the backside. Schneider with the easy rebound. 6:50 left to go here in the game. Mustangs with the 18-point lead. Math, jeez.
Schneider deep three, got it. It's got to be nice when your 5-man can step out there and drill it.
Yeah.
Pass inside to Rezak. Power dribble. Layup will go. I think that ankle's doing well.
Yeah, he's looking like he's got full mobility back, so that's really good to see. His face kind of telling a different story, grimacing just a little bit, but obviously he's going to tough it out. That's what ice is for, right?
That's right. Burgess gets the offense set up for the Mustangs. Here's Zeller on the wing now, guarded by Cyprian Jackson. Burgess looking for Venduska.
Yeah, I think if you're the Mustangs, I think my directive is, it's okay to use a full 20, 30 seconds. There's no shot clock. Even if it comes in next year, I think they're talking like it's going to be a 35, 40-second shot clock. So use all of it right now with the lead you have.
Zeller fires a three.
Nice shot.
Buries it. 22-point lead for the Mustangs.
Got the NBA
nice
step.
Yeah, nice take for Perla. Gets the layup to go. Here's Zeller driving through traffic. Here's Burgess back to Schneider, over to Zeller. Double fake there.
Synchronized jumping.
Pull up jumper for Christensen. And Mustangs scoring on back-to-back-to-back possessions. Perla fires a three, won't go. Cyprian Jackson rebound, loses it. Taken away by Schneider. 4-on-1 break. Bounce pass to Burgess. Back to Schneider. Gets the layup to go. Biggest lead of the game for the Mustangs.
Yeah, right now, really, all you got to do is trade twos. There's no point in throwing up a 20-footer right now if you're the Mustangs. You got a 24-point lead.
Nice take by Herla. Finish with the left.
The Bears have struggled a little bit at times from behind the arc. They need a bunch of three-pointers to get back into this, so take your 30 seconds. They give you a...
Mustangs got away with a backcourt call there.
Yeah, it's hard to see from our angle because of the scores table, but it looked to me like both feet were inside, and I think what it is both feet and the ball have to be across the court, but if his foot's on the line, he's still not considered actually in the front court.
Brady Schneider.
But with that being said, I think both feet
one
were in the front court. But it was hard to tell.
It did. It did different back here. It did look.
And I don't know if we can see it on the camera either. So,
Herla can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Rezak. 22-point lead for the Mustangs. .330 remaining. Christensen, he'll fire a three. Can't get it to go.
Not a fan of that shot. No sense in doing it. Got 3:20 left. Like I said, you could just waste 20, 30 seconds, take get your 2 points, and call it good.
Cyprian Jackson, pull-up jumper. He'll be fouled, head to the line for 2. Yeah, this is the time where, shout out to the late, great Coach Jay, he'd say layups and free throws.
Layups and free throws.
That's all we need.
Well, I did say at halftime, I think if they get to upper 60s, they probably got the game in hand. So maybe that's just what they're trying to do is get to those upper 60s and then coast down the stretch.
We got to, throw a highlight reel at the end of the year and see all the times you call something before it happens, Judd. It's really impressive.
Prognosticator or prognosticators?
I need you to out there to just build my parlays for me.
Works for everything, but basic life things.
Okay, that's fair. Rebound Rosa. Dangerous pass ahead to Martini. Stolen by Cyprian Jackson. Here's Jackson on the kick to Summers. Fires a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound McCarn. Here's Rosa on the drive. Kicks it out to Wilkinson. He's going to fire a three. It's going to be blocked by Hutley. Are they going to call? They give David Wilkinson 3 shots here. Looked like a clean block from up here.
Yeah, I actually thought he caught his hand on the follow through because his arm kind of got kicked out, but.
.246 remaining.
They're called free throws, not easy makes.
They're free. Don't cost you anything.
Now, some people can make millions and millions of dollars in the NBA and never know how to make one, Shaquille O'Neal.
Hey, I mean, there's quite a few on that list
Yeah.
that I can think of off the top of my head.
I've never understood that either. When you're 4 feet from the basket just standing there, how you can't make something, but oh well.
Cyprian Jackson with the jumper. Well, and I think it comes down to, too, you know, you're getting paid that much money and that's your job. You feel like you would be able to progress in that, but, you know.
He's like, I'm getting paid to break goals, not make free throws.
Cyprian Jackson drives in. He'll be fouled by DeBita. I think fans are waiting in anticipation for Cyprian Jackson to throw that one down.
Yeah, I think he was well on his way to do it. Don't see it often in the high school. I was actually watching the freshman game as I was talking to Coach Spradling, and a player for the Mustangs tried to dunk it on a breakaway and was stuffed handily by the rim. So
yeah, that happens.
He caught a little fun from the ribbon from the teammates.
I don't want to, you know, toot my own horn or anything. I did have the opportunity to, but I was just so scared. I was just going to take the points. I mean, there's DeBita on the pass to McCarn. Dumps inside to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, it's the harm and the bucket. The points continue to pile in for the Mustangs. We're going to have a group substitution for both teams here. So we're going to have, for the Bears,
we're not really sure.
Yeah.
The rosters were printed incorrectly tonight, so we are kind of flying blind. I talked to Coach Will before the game. You know, he's like, I normally only play 7-8 players, kind of in a mop-up duty right now, so we apologize to fans listening in. We're going to get the second Bandit brain teaser here. We'll go ahead and do it during live action.
Live action. Yee. Wilkinson gets the free throw to go.
What is the most overtime periods played in a Kansas high school boys game? 5, 6, 7, or 8?
Again, all these are fairly impressive. 8, wow.
Yeah.
That is a third game on top of that. You have the boys, girls, or the girls, boys, and then you have the second boys game.
Yeah, so that was 8 overtimes played in 1962 between KC Washington and Leavenworth, with KC Washington winning that with a whopping score of 44-41.
I figure with 8 overtimes, you'd be approaching 80, 90-point territory, but nice move inside. And that'll be a turnover for the Bears.
Actually, I think that might be
Brendan Griffin?
Maybe. Here's
Dylan Jones. Draws the double team. Kicks it over to McCarn. McCarn has it taken away. Trying to find Bell. Pull up three-pointer.
Gallegos.
Here's the pass ahead to Tonzer. Into Bell. Bell goes up. He'll be fouled. Head to the line for 2, 1:12 to play. And Bell's first free throw is good. We've seen this not once but twice for the Mustangs. After their early season loss to Abilene, then their Tuesday loss to Marysville, kind of a reset. And really just after those losses, they come out and just put it on. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of a
70 here tonight.
It's kind of a wake-up call. It's that, you're not invincible. It doesn't matter who you're playing or what the opponent's record is. You need to show up and play strong and play hard all throughout the game. And I'm sure that's what the message was the last couple practices.
Nice pass inside by number 12, Keller Hurla.
I'm going to say that's Killian McCann.
Sorry.
Again, we apologize to any St. Mary's folks that are listening in. The programs we were handed were misprinted tonight. Coach Spradling corrected as many of the players as he thought he needed to with us, but
Elijah Bell getting the shooter's roll and a season high for him as well. And Killian McCann will be fouled.
Actually, you know what? It was a JV game because I think it was Bell that went up for the dunk and stuck it right on the rim.
It happens to the best of us. I mean, McCann's first free throw is good. I mean, A for effort, though. Second free throw is good for McCann. Pass stolen.
15 seconds left to go in this contest. Student section confident enough finally with a 19-point lead in 12 seconds to chant the I believe that we will win.
Last second shot for Brendan Griffin won't go. And final from here at the Rock, 72-53 victory for the Mustangs. 19-point win over the visiting St. Mary's Bears.
Yeah, Mustangs doing what they need to do. Nice bounce back win after their loss Tuesday night to Marysville. So I think this is a statement win really for the Mustangs. 72-53 win over a very good St. Mary's team that struggled just at times tonight. But credit to the Mustang defense. They really did what they needed to do. They kept Hurla in check with only 6 points tonight. Tried to make other players on the team step up to beat them, and unfortunately there just wasn't enough for the Bears. Leading the way for the Bears is going to be number 33, Rezak, with 12 points, number 10, DeVader with 10 points, followed by number 3, Gallegos with 9, and then Jackson with 7 and Hurla with 6.
And not only that, but I mean the Mustangs doubling their output too from Tuesday night. Like I said, I said it in the girls' game, I said it here in the boys' game too. Just a tale of two teams really from Tuesday night.
Yeah, and this is pretty close to one of the higher outputs that the Mustangs have had this year. They put up 77 the last time they played against the Bears. Bears put up 71 that night, but Mustang defense did a much better job tonight keeping the Bears in check. Bears just struggled from the field as well, shooting the ball, so they had an off night shooting, but the Mustang defense really, they were running that box and one, and they were running that diamond and one or a rhombus and one, depending on if you're a math teacher or whatever, and really kept Hurla in check. They had at times Peter Martini didn't care where the ball was. He was just basically going wherever Hurla was at. So good job there by the Mustangs. Mustangs offense was led by Schneider with 22. Coley Burgess had 12. Riker Zeller with 9. David Wilkinson with 9. Zeller with 8. Mendeska and Gavin Rosa both with 6. And Elijah Bell kicking in 5 mop-up time points there, 2 from the free throw line and a bank three-pointer.
And for the Mustangs looking forward, I mean, we know that this team can win games. We know that they can put up points, but it just comes down to if they can tighten up, defensively or offensively down the stretch and put teams away that they should beat. So ultimately a great night here at the Rock at homecoming. Mustangs get the win 72-53.
Yeah, so both a good girls game. Girls came up just a little bit short against a very good St. Mary's team, but a lot of positive aspects to talk about with the Rock Creek Mustang girls team. Hats off to the Bears. Haydenheim, she delivered, and she was everything we expected. And the pesky guards that are on that girls' team with Garland and Moyland and McCann were just, all over the place. But, yeah, very entertaining games tonight. Mustang girls coming up just short. Mustang boys getting a win, 72-53. Also, tonight's winter homecoming, want to give a shout-out to sometime collaborator with Backroads Broadcasting. Jet Fennell was the homecoming king, and Sydney Gale. I've known Sydney since she was very, very young, and talked to her about reading Harry Potter books back in the day. She is your winter homecoming queen, so congratulations to Jet Fennell, Sydney Gale, for being homecoming 2024 king and queen.
We'll have to see if we can bring Jet Report back. I know he's busy. He's a hard man to come by, so.
Yeah, he keeps asking me when I'm going to get him his polo shirt. I said, as soon as you pony over the $20 to buy it. He goes, I got 10. I go, I'll get you half a shirt. So, but yeah, congratulations tonight. And good win for the Mustangs. Good bounce back win. Like I said, I think with that win, that statement win over a ranked St. Mary's 3A team, I think they'll continue to stay ranked going into next week. And they're getting in the home stretch of this. And we got some tough games coming up against Rossville, Silver Lake, and a few others. That's going to conclude our broadcast for tonight. I want to thank our sponsors and donors because of their continued support. Backroads Broadcasting can continue to bring the action live home to you. Want to
thank you for our production team, Cody Lyman and Cody Roach, for their expertise on cameras, graphics, programming, and in-game production. Thank you to Shana Schmidt and the Rock Creek High School journalism students that were part of the broadcast this evening.
Yeah, Dylan Nelson and Nathan Bortnick for jumping on the cameras for us tonight.
The Backroads team is scheduled to be back on action on February 16th here back at the Rock when the Mustangs host the Silver Lake Eagles. Should be a good matchup there. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Drop us a line and let us know what you think.
Yeah, as always, I am Judd McCormick.
I'm Isaiah Dobbins. We got to go for now, but we'll BRB.